Unmute the thing. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. Oh shit, I forgot to close this. I had a outline for something up that is like, yeah, let me close that. I don't want to accidentally click on that in the middle of the stream. So Slim was originally supposed to be on the stream, but he isn't feeling the greatest. So he's sitting this one out, but we got Salem instead. So Salem, introduce yourself. I know you're working on something with Mythiverse, so show yourself, basically. To all like five people watching.
Name's Salem. I'm just I'm a creator online. Right now I'm in the middle of just a bunch of stuff, but the thing that's got the most traction that I'm working on right now is the project I got going on with the Mythiverse called Book of Anubis. And actually today we just released some concept art of Anubis himself, which I think came out pretty good. So yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I'm mostly a horror guy. That's the basic way to describe me.
Yeah, you do a lot of horror. So I know you have that on Minds. You have the what's it called? You had the Bloodborne diary thing you were doing, which that's kind of an interesting thing to do with a video game. I wouldn't think to do that, but it works really well with FromSoft stuff, especially.
Yeah, and I will be continuing that. I've actually got quite a bit of it done. I just life gets crazy, and I keep forgetting to upload it. That's all.
I know that feeling. Joker, how is the sound now? I lowered the game audio because he was saying it might be a little too loud. Hopefully it's not too bad. Let me get the screen blocker out of the way. There we go. And let me put better sound. Okay, good. If it's not loud enough, if either one of us isn't loud enough, just let us know. And I'll adjust it. So they added quite a bit of stuff out of nowhere, including a horde mode, which is actually way more fun than I would have thought it would be, because it isn't just a basic standard horde mode. Oh, I just realized I don't have a... Oh, that's right, I forgot. These are on separate saves. Cool, so we can do a new one.
So it's no Call of Duty Zombies is what you're getting at?
No, it has a whole lot of... There's like separate rounds. There's... I don't know why there's chevrons are here. We're not doing nightmare difficulty, I don't think, because I don't want to suffer through this, even though this isn't as bad as the first DLC. Definitely not doing ultra nightmare, because that means when you die, it's over. So, but months ago I did the first DLC and like the main campaign, and then I realized I never actually did the second part of the campaign, so I figured let's do that now. Oh, it gives us a nice recap too. Oh, for a second I thought I actually had to skip the text. No pistol or pistol only emoji. There's no pistol in this game. Well, actually that's not true. There is, but it's cut from the game. It's cut from the game.
It's, a pistol might be a little too limp and weak for a Doom game.
I mean, they had it in the last one. It was like your fallback weapon when you ran out of ammo, but you never use it.
Yeah, but you know that. I mean, come on. What's gonna get you? What's gonna get the heavy metal guitar revving more? A shotgun to the face or a pistol to the face?
Sure, maybe if they made it like a badass, like a high caliber revolver, maybe. You know, like a Resident Evil Magnum type weapon, that would be. Because I like pistols in games when they're, especially if they're powerful ones.
I like it better when I like it better when we get to see the person slinging it, because a pistol being used in an effective way says more about the wielder than it does the gun.
Oh, thanks, Joker. Yeah, I forgot I had skins on for the shotgun and the armor. That combination actually works. The white and gold being with the shotgun being black and gold. It actually kind of works. Still for the armor. Yeah, at first I didn't like the new armor because he had the exposed arms, and I thought that was kind of weird. But and this skin actually does, I'm pretty sure, have the regular armor. And, oh my god, my frame rate is not the greatest. What is going on? Oh, hold on. Let me make sure I don't have what's it called? No, don't do that. Don't do that. No performance mode is on. Okay. I don't know what's going on then. That's strange. Huh. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, my internet is actually not allowing me to look at your stream very efficiently.
Yeah,
so
like,
right now,
normally I can run this game at like 100 FPS, but for some reason it's pretty low. Then again, I haven't played this DLC in a while, so maybe this DLC just taxes the computer more than the
and you see now here I am. Unfortunately, I've decided I'm going to play a game too, and that's what I'm doing.
Oh,
and unfortunately, I don't know why I'm playing it. It's like you keep coming back to that ex who abuses you, thinking that it's going to be different this time. But I'm playing Fallout 4.
Oh, it could be worse. It could be 76.
Yeah, it's true. But you know, the thing is, it's like in about an hour, I'm going to be like, I'm bored.
Yeah, I've never been able to get into like the Fallout games, and I'm not saying that you know there's anything wrong with them. I just couldn't. Something about
into what?
I just couldn't get into the Fallout games like that. I don't know, like post-apocalypse games.
I see. It's weird though, because one of my all-time favorite video games is a Fallout game, and that's Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, everyone says New Vegas is the best one out of, especially out of the sequels. You know, the Bethesda ones. Let me say that because the first two weren't made by Bethesda.
Well, yeah, New Vegas actually was made. I mean, it's distributed by Bethesda, but it was made by Obsidian. Yeah, and Obsidian is actually made up of the original team that made the original Fallout games.
Oh, that explains why it was. Why everyone said, "Whoa, what the hell just happened?" Oh, I've played the Metro trilogy. They're good. I got killed in like 3 seconds, and it just kind of froze up on me there. What the heck is going on with the... Let me check something. What the heck is going on in my settings here? What is present from computer? Recommended for best performance. Present the final image from queue. Disable running issues. I don't remember this setting ever being.
And unfortunately, as I do play as Fallout 4, all I keep hearing in my head in the background is Todd just saying the words, "It just works." I'm literally watching my character's feet clip into the floor before the game has even begun.
Okay, what the heck? Now my like the FPS counter is like flickering. I don't know if you guys can't see it on the. Oh wow, the stream is looking choppy too. I don't know what the hell is going on. My internet. Please tell me my internet is not having a meltdown again.
Oh, people will probably forgive the gameplay as long as you can be heard well enough. Then I think that's all that's important.
Yeah, I just jumped right into that Cackle Demon's attack because I'm distracted looking at the stream lagging out versus. Are you playing on my PC? Joker, I think your PC would actually catch fire trying to play this game. But we might have to turn some settings down or something because this is This is weird, and I don't know what's going on.
So we've got the Joker in the chat, do we?
Yeah. Okay. I don't remember. I don't think I maxed this. Okay, let's turn. I don't even have it at max settings. I have it just. Let's go. Turn these down some, just a little bit. Oh wait. Oh, motion blur is on. Okay, get rid of that. I do not like motion blur. Ray tracing's off. Good. Sorry, we were having technical problems. Okay.
I don't know why. I thought you said we have I thought you just said we have tentacle problems.
I mean, that would be a problem for a completely different reason. But okay, let's apply the changes. Well, nope, let me not kill that thing, because that's going to buff all of them. Okay, it seems to be less choppy on my end. I hope that it's less choppy on the stream end, because I can't really look over there and check right now. Switch. I'll say, look, I had the funniest, weirdest interaction on Minds today, which Joker knows about it because I was showing it to him.
Who'd you have the weird interaction with?
Some random person on Minds had like the weirdest reaction to me posting that somebody told me that Parlor was back because it like was not working for months.
Oh yeah, no, Parlor's been back for a while. It's just I don't know, because I used to really like Parlor back in the day, but the thing is, it's ever since its first ban, from like its first expungement from the internet, it has just not been the same.
Yeah,
like,
I think it just shut down any momentum the site had, and then it being kind of broken, at least for me, just kind of made me forget about it.
And you know, that's the thing too that really stings is because the whole fact of why Parlor went down is because it's on Amazon servers, right?
Yeah, Amazon was being a dick,
and here's the biggest problem that I've got right now that people need to be aware of. Minds is on Amazon servers.
Oh yeah, that's right. Then again, most of the internet now is like on there. Why is this door not opening? Most of the internet's like on
so
now, isn't it?
Minds, get on making your own servers or get into a Liberty-minded server because holy crap.
Yeah, didn't Gab do that?
If we're on Amazon, if you're on Amazon servers, you're just on borrowed time if you want to, you want to just live in the wild west days of the internet.
Yeah, you really are, especially because I remember they kept cucking to Apple's. Not Apple. Yeah, actually, I think it was Apple and Google's like demands for stuff. So like the like App Store version is really gimped and nerfed compared to like the ones you can get off of their site, at least for Android. Oh, I forgot they put the goddamn buff version somewhere. Buff totem. So it's kind of. It's kind of one of those things where it's like you're
damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Damned if you don't. It really is one of those. And then with
yeah, it's a shame because it's like, man, I'm sorry. People can disagree with me all they want. That won't change the fact that they're wrong. The internet was better back in the day.
It was 100%.
Yeah, anybody who claims that, certain elements of humanity have gotten better with time.
The internet has not.
Dude, things were better when, people treat each other horribly, anonymously online, and then you just logged off, you shrugged it off, and you went back about your day.
Yeah, and people didn't try to ruin your life. Like the worst thing they might do is like trolling your post. Hang on.
It's not me trying to. It's not me trying to say like, you know, oh, go bully people online. I'm just saying like, you know, things were a lot better when it's just things were much better when you let people themselves sort out the differences instead of having one of these corporate employees determine who was the person who needs to be punished and who's the person who needs their oppression sticker.
Yeah. Sorry, I just found out that my power's gonna be out tomorrow till like 3 p.m.
Or are you in California? You get your power outage schedule at the beginning of each month?
No, thankfully I'm not in California. I would not want to live in California.
You see,
no offense to anyone who's in California.
You see, things could always be worse. And look at how blessed you are today. You're not a Californian.
Yeah, I can at least I used to have that going for me. But yeah, Joker, you're right. People are way too thin-skinned now, and then it's just like it's so weird when I don't know if I blame Twitter for this. I don't know what it is, but people nowadays just like you'll say something. And they'll just like make up some shit that you said, even though nowhere in your statement did you say what they're claiming you said. And it's like, did you read what I said at all?
Yeah, and that's not just a Twitter thing. Shit, that's
yeah, it
even here
happened
on
on my YouTube channel at one point. I made a video about freaking Resident Evil's VR version because it got censored. They cut out some dialogue.
I heard it got censored, but I did not hear what specifically got censored.
So they cut out a lot of instances where like Leon is flirting with Hunnigan, and they cut the line where Lewis makes that joke about Ashley saying that the president.
Yeah, God forbid a dude might find a girl attractive.
Yeah, they cut that line.
God forbid a girl might find a dude attractive.
I think they even cut the line at the end of the game where Ashley tries to make it past at Leon, and Leon's just like, nah. It's like, lady, I'm gonna get fired. It's basically like, lady, you gonna get me fired.
Yeah, it's weird that they're trying to do that because it's like, okay, so if flirtation is now off the table, how in the hell do you expect couples to become a thing?
Yeah, that's what I'm like. It's like, wait a minute, so flirting is bad even if it's like reciprocated.
Yeah, that's the thing too. It's like all these progressive types, they act like that they're sex positive and stuff, and it's like you guys do realize that, you know, it's not just, you know, you walk in the room and it happens. It's like, you know,
yeah, it's not, people don't just walk into people and just say, hey, let's do it.
Yeah, it's like, you know, there's a lot more communication, there's a lot more, you know, getting to know each other.
Yeah, there's usually a little more involved.
There's a lot more, quite frankly, there's a lot more important things that involve relationships that come before that.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, it's so weird, because it's like, I've always kind of considered it like a part of the process. So it's like, it's so weird for them to be condemning, like, essentially where the process begins.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's just like, okay, so you're fine with people getting their heads shot off, but some flirtatious dialogue that honestly is very tame. But like the worst thing was Lewis with the ballistics count, which is funny.
Yeah, hella tame. It's not like hella tame. It's not like it's not like the guy was grabbing her.
Yeah, no one was
like
grabbing her ass or anything. Like I could see that being pissed about that. Yeah, maybe don't do that. But even then, it's like, shoot,
man. Pepe Le Pew was more offensive than anything that he did.
Yeah, honestly. That's kind of funny. It's like, yeah, Pepe Le Pew is, if we gotta go on a scale of worst, like, case of hitting on someone, Pepe Le Pew is pretty bad at that.
And, but then again, Pepe got removed from,
Did he get removed from Space Jam too?
Yeah.
You know, I still haven't actually seen that.
I know people keep pointing this out, but I still love it. But don't worry, we kept in the cameo from Clockwork Orange.
That's so weird. It's like, why you have Clockwork Orange in a goddamn Looney Tunes movie? That's so weird.
Dude, you got Rick and Morty in the Looney Tunes movie. That movie was
Was that even a
movie was
Looney
weird,
Tunes movie
man.
at that point? Or was just a, hey, here's all the properties we own in one
Yeah,
movie?
and it also, you know what that film really highlights?
What?
It highlights how dead comedy is because what is the punchline of almost every joke in that movie?
I have no idea because I
Can you
didn't
tell me
see it. I saw the trailers for it and I was just like, this does not look good. I'm sorry.
The punchline for almost every joke in that film is reference.
Oh God, I hate that.
I made reference. Please clap.
Yeah, Joker, you just talking about that? Yeah, because they had the Clockwork Orange guy in there, but somehow Pepe Le Pew is a problem.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers, why do you hate French people? Why do you hate the French skunk?
Well, Warner Brothers does not hate French people. We just hate people who speak French and come from France.
People of Baguette. That's what we'll call them, the people of Baguette. POBs.
People of Baguette.
POBs.
Oh, that's beautiful. Who came up with that?
I don't know if anyone else came up with that first. I was just off the top of my head. Just people of Baguette. I hope no French people end up watching this.
So
if
you pull out of the now, here's the thing: if you pull out of Baguette, do you leave behind the French soldiers or no?
I don't know what happens then. Oh no, we don't do that here. We're not Brandon.
And yes, I know. Before anybody says that joke doesn't make sense, it wasn't Baghdad.
Real.
I know.
Honestly, that was
I
probably
know.
funnier than what Looney Tunes would have done with just references. And don't get me wrong, you can make a reference funny.
That's a lot of modern day millennial humor these days. It's literally just I made a reference, ha 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 ha. It's like, okay, you made a reference, but how is that funny?
You can make a reference to something funny, but like, just making a reference to something alone isn't good enough. Unless it's a very clever reference, then it's like, okay, it might not be funny, but I can at least respect it. Like, okay, that was clever, though.
I don't know.
But sometimes you just
I'm not trying to complain the entire time.
It's
It's like, dang, man, I don't know what to say anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
We need it.
To be honest with you, I just didn't. When I first saw the trailer, I was just like, I don't really see the point in doing. Like, if you were gonna do a Space Jam too, you should have done it.
Yeah, no, I
ago.
actually watched I watched a bunch of the scenes jumbled together, so it's like I would see enough to know where things were going.
Like a
But I
highlight
intentionally
reel.
skipped out all the LeBron James scenes.
Yeah, I heard LeBron James was. Well, for one, I don't think LeBron. The reason why Jordan worked is because he wasn't like. He was just a basketball player, and that was it. Like, they really didn't give him a whole lot.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's like, do you really want to be there, sitting there for an hour and a half to 2 hours of your life, listening to LeBron James? I mean, it's bad enough that some people will force you to their place and make you watch a basketball game with him on it. You know?
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah. I also remember the cat in those cartoons was just as bad in one episode where the skunk got painted and she did the same. Yeah, she would. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, she. Well, to be fair, she was into Pepe Le Pew. It's just the smell, because you know skunk and they smell. Like that was the whole thing, if I remember correctly. She was into him. It's just a skunk, so she couldn't really be around him. I mean, maybe she doused
but
him
here's
in, like,
the good
for a few
thing,
hours,
though.
it'd be good.
Maybe with no. Here's the good thing, and hear me out. Maybe with the return of Space Jam 2, people will start to feel nostalgic for the other live-action meets Looney Tunes movie.
I like the one with
since the star of that movie has also made a comeback.
Oh, you talking about the Looney Tunes movie with Brendan Fraser, right?
You know who I'm talking about?
Brendan Fraser, right?
Yes.
I saw this article, and I hope it's true. Apparently, they're doing another Mummy movie, and they're eyeing Brendan Fraser for it, and it's like, yo, Even if the movie's bad, if he's in it, I'm down. Because Brendan Fraser's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would see it just for him.
Yeah,
However,
just for him, honestly. I don't even care if
Tomb of the Dragon Emperor was garbage.
Even he did. I think he said in an interview
the...
he did it for the money. Like, he was just straight up. He's like, I did it. I needed the money.
Yeah, but at least like the Mummy Returns. At the very least, that one.
I
was
loved
like
the Mummy Returns as a kid. That was.
It's at least the Mummy Returns. They look like they're having fun with it
still.
So
I can't get mad at anything in that movie. Even if you don't
necessarily think it's good, it's still fun.
Yeah, it's like everyone is just having fun. Everyone is just hamming it up. I mean, The Rock CGI was awful, but like, even for the time, that was pretty bad. And it was weird that he was like in the promotional stuff. It's like he's barely in the movie. That is the one thing that always weirded me out, because I remember seeing him like all over the marketing stuff. And you're thinking, ooh, he's gonna be. We're thinking, oh, he's gonna be this this big character, and it's like he is, but he's barely in it. And when he is, it's
I do have to wonder though, if they are doing a fourth Mummy movie. I'm very, very curious if they're gonna have to replace his wife again.
I heard it was because the original actress was pregnant at the time or something, like visibly pregnant.
Okay.
I don't know how true that is. I don't think I've seen her in like anything since.
I mean, if that's the case, I mean, I'd rather be giving birth to a child of mine than being in Tomb of the Dragon Emperor.
Yeah. I will say though, Jet Li as an evil mummy character.
And you know what's really freaking sad is it's like, hey, you know that those set of statues everyone knows from ancient China, and hey, you know all this really cool Chinese history, and hey, the fact that hey, we can spice the Mummy franchise up by getting these mummies from these other cultures that people didn't know existed.
Yeah.
We're gonna get all this cool stuff, and we're gonna fuck it up.
Yeah, they did drop the ball with the third one.
I'm sorry, what?
I said they dropped the ball with Mummy 3. I mean,
What was that?
I was saying they dropped the ball with the third one.
Yeah. So sorry I went on a tangent there. It's
it's
like,
cool.
God, guys, you had all the rule of cool sitting right there, and you guys somehow messed it up.
I actually like the idea they were trying to do mummies in different cultures. I think that's probably the best way if you wanted to keep doing them. That was probably the smartest way to go, because it's like, yeah, don't bring Imhotep back a third time as much as we like him.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. It's like, you had all the pieces there, and somehow you still couldn't put the puzzle together.
Yeah. And they did leave it open with the whole Peru thing, so if they're really actually going to do another Mummy movie in the original continuity, I hope it's... I'm curious what they do with, like, Peruvian mummies. I fucked that jump up. I'm curious what they'll do with it.
Oh, you mean, are you talking about the Tom Cruise one?
No, I was talking about with Tomb of the Dragon Emperor at the end. They mentioned that there were mummies found in Peru. As kind of like a tease for the fourth one, and I was wondering if they're going to follow up with that, because I didn't.
My assumption is they'll probably ignore it.
Probably, but then I'm kind of wondering, are you just going to bring Imhotep back again? Because as much as I like Imhotep, I don't know if it's a good idea to bring him back again.
We were already bringing back Doc Ock, the Lizard.
Yeah, and I'm so mixed
Electro.
on that. Because on one hand, it's like, oh man, Alpha
yeah,
back,
but here's the thing. Here's the thing with me. It was really cool to see Doc Ock from 2004 come back and go, "Hello, Peter." Like,
yeah, well, the Defoe's doing the Goblin
really
cackle.
Cool to see that.
Like, okay, that was cool.
Yeah, but everything else, it's like, I don't know, guys.
Like, I'm just like, this just makes me want an actual Spider-Man
thing. Besides, we know that Peter just wants to hide his identity. It's always a telling sign that something is amiss with your film when you don't put the main plot in your trailers.
It's also really interesting how 90% of the hype isn't even for Spider-Man, it's for the characters from the older movies. Because it just kind of, to me, confirms that most people do not really
let's also be honest here. The whole... Okay, maybe people will disagree with me. We'll see. The only reason we're making this multiverse movie is just so that Marvel can make their Miles Morales movie.
Probably, or so they can get, different versions of, like, characters people like, with different actors, so they can recast people. Maybe, because, you know, like, stuff people who don't want to come back. Because their contracts are done and they don't want to renew. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they do, like, an alternate universe Captain America that's, like, a different actor or something at some point.
Oh, I'm waiting for like Captain Communism.
Captain Communism. I mean, if it was, like, played as a joke, I'd think that'd be funny.
I mean, it's not really a joke.
Game,
Chris Evans is already kind of... Chris Evans as himself already plays that role, so...
Yeah, I remember he was, like, saying that he can't watch, like, football games anymore because of something Tom Brady did, which wasn't even that bad. Megatron's like, boys, I think we'll have to talk about Iron Man Jr. 3 when the film comes out. I'm not gonna watch it, honestly, because my like superhero.
You know, I gotta be a little tad bit honest though. I've never looked like Tom Holland's Spider-Man does have his issues, but like I do wish that he had a little more of his own identity in the MCU.
Yeah,
but at the same time, it's like it doesn't make or break it for me that he's got his origin so closely tied to Iron Man.
My problem is just like, I get that they didn't want to do the whole origin thing again, but the fact that Uncle Ben is never really brought up that much, and like it's just brought in passing, just feels really weird to me. And it kind of feels like they made Tony like the equivalent of Uncle Ben in this, like, you know, as Peter's like moral compass or whatever, which is weird. Because honestly, I kind of feel like Captain America would have been a better pick, even though Captain America isn't, you know, tech savvy.
Yeah, especially since they teased it quite well in Civil War. Remember that back and forth between Spider-Man and
I mean, they kind of implied that he was a Captain America fanboy, which I think is appropriate.
Yeah.
So that to me always struck me as weird.
But you can't have people looking up to an American icon nowadays.
I guess not. I guess you can't do that anymore.
No, you can't. That's why we need. That's why Marvel's making it so that there's another universe where all the actors are themselves, and Spider-Man will meet Chris Evans offset, and then he will see him as Captain Communism.
Megatron, if we have to see Bruce Wayne's folks die continually, I almost said Bruce Willis for some reason. I almost read that as Bruce Willis. I don't know why I glanced at it and thought Bruce Willis for a second. Bruce Wayne's folks die continually.
Dude,
no problem
if somebody killed Bruce Willis's parents, that killer would be on borrowed time. Okay?
Yeah, they really would. But yeah, I don't get why people were they were so weird about, we don't want to show Uncle Ben dying or whatever. It's like, even if it was just a flashback, I would be fine with it. No, he wouldn't even have to say anything for me.
You might see that happen in the next film, because we're gonna have the other Spider-Man come up, I guess. And if we have to see Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, you know, this would be a great opportunity for somebody to ask, so, get your uncle's killer yet?
Oof. Oof. You know, I actually liked Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, honestly. I know a lot of people don't.
Dude, I loved him too. He was especially, I'm sorry, like, look, I love Tobey Maguire.
He wasn't his
Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man was the perfect snark of that Spider-Man.
When he would get in the roast mode, he was good.
Yeah.
I loved his, I love how he would just roast people. And one thing that bugged me, a lot of things bugged me about Amazing
Spider-Man would do.
2.
That's what Spider-Man's supposed to do.
Like, Spider-Man is a roaster. Like, he roasts people to just kind of throw their game off, and also just because you might argue it's because, you know, because he's kind of like a dork and he's nervous and stuff. Also, and it helps him, like, hide that. He can knock people down a peg, and yeah, I get it. Ah, this is evil.
What's evil?
So, in this DLC, there's these special versions of the regular zombie enemies called Screamers. And the thing is, if you kill one, it buffs any demons near them for a certain amount of time. And, I mean, it really buffs them. Like, their attacks get sped up. They do way more damage. I think they take more damage, too, to kill. And the problem is, some of Doomslayer's attacks hit multiple enemies, even if you don't want it to. And then they also put me in the sludge field, so I can't, like, dash or move like normal. So, that was pretty... Okay, now they're trolling, even though they just gave me a power-up. But, they disrespected the spider quote. Wait, which quote did they disrespect? Was it the great power quote? They disrespect that? Honestly, going back to Amazing Spider-Man, the thing that weirded that I didn't like when in 2, one of the things I didn't like was when they changed the costume from the first one, because I really liked the spider suit in the first one with the black.
Oh, you're talking about the Andrew Garfield one?
Yeah, with the black lenses. It was kind of creepy, but it was different, but not like ridiculous.
Oh no, I love that because it's like it actually felt and looked like a suit that a teenager would have made.
It also just kind of looked more spider-like, honestly, because spiders don't have... Their eyes tend to look kind of black, at least. I mean, I'm sure if you probably took like a magnifying glass up to them...
At the very least, with that one, you could appreciate the fact that the reason they went with those really big white eyes was they wanted to be more comic accurate. So it's like, that's kind of cool you guys considered that, you know?
Yeah. I also liked, this is going to sound weird, when like lights would hit it, I liked how it kind of was reflective. It was just kind of this weird, cool looking thing. I also like the fact that he had built-in sneakers.
Oh yeah, because it wasn't like they just showed like, you know, oh, the eyes are made of sunglasses. It's like no. They remembered and they kept and they made sure they acknowledged that they always were sunglasses.
Yeah, like you even show show him taking the sunglass lens out.
Oh yeah.
So I
I really did dig the ideas they had there. It's just
there was some execution.
And I especially because one of my all-time favorite Spider-Man villains is Kurt Connor's the Lizard.
I liked him.
Of course,
I know some people did not like his design,
but
I kind of liked it.
Yeah, and here's the problem though. That sequel really killed it.
Yeah, no, the sequel did. The sequel,
like
I don't hate it, but yeah,
that was in that first film, just snuffed out completely.
Yeah, it's like you guys shot yourselves in the foot with this one.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
but and like here's an example of how unfocused this film was. So, do you know what the name of this film was outside of the United States? The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
What was it?
It was literally called Spider-Man: The Rise of Electro.
I mean, it technically would be an accurate title, but I mean, he's barely in the movie.
But now here's the thing: how much of Electro is actually in that film?
Barely any.
Yeah.
What pissed me off was
that gives you an idea of like how gives you an idea of how much Sony gave a fuck about that film.
What pissed me off most was the poster where, you know, they had Spider-Man about to fight all three of them, and you're thinking, oh shit, we're gonna have a 3-villain, a 3-villain, you know, 1v3 fight at the end of this movie. You're like, oh, that's gonna be hype as shit, and it's like, oh yeah, Rhino is like a credits, it's like the end of the movie, and we don't even see the fight.
Yeah, dude, it's.
Also, you can tell they had no idea what the hell they were doing.
But here's the thing. Here's the part that sucks, though. when you look at when you watch the trailers of the Amazing Spider-Man 2, if you didn't know that the film was gonna suck, it looked like it was gonna be a fantastic
movie.
I
was hyped to see it. I was like, oh shit, we gonna have, you got Electro, you got. I was kind of on the Green Goblin thing again, but I get why they did it. I was like, you don't have Rhino, and I know some people don't like the mech suit, but I'm like, I like the mech suit because I like mecha, and that looked awesome. To me,
I was a big Ultimate Spider-Man fan for a while. So
yeah,
the Rhino
same.
mech
I've been playing the Ultimate Spider-Man game. He's just a straight-up robot. And
oh god, dude,
cool.
I loved the Ultimate Spider-Man video game.
Yeah, you got to just
that was my shit,
trash
man.
Shit as Venom and flip cars and stuff.
Oh god, yeah, that was the best part. That was the best. And that was the thing when I got that game as a kid, I was not expecting that, and Venom is my all-time favorite villain ever.
Yeah, I did.
So when I'm a kid, and I'm like, oh, okay, so the next level, I wonder what it's gonna be, and then you're just playing as Venom, dude. I think I pooped my pants.
I saw the trailer. What got me was there was a trailer, and at first you just see Spider-Man doing shit, and then like they mention Venom, and then the screen just switches to Venom just going on a rampage. And it was clear that you could play this character, and I was like, oh my god.
And then the best part is once you beat the game, you can just play as Venom all you want.
Yeah. Like,
it's like, well, what do you do? It's like, well, have you played Grand Theft? It's like, well, what do you do? It's like, have you played Grand Theft Auto?
Have you played Hulk?
It's Grand Theft Auto Venom Edition. That's what it is.
Basically. And the thing that confused me was I didn't know what the Ultimates universe was, so I got confused by the title. And then someone at the GameStop I was at explained it to me. He's like, yeah, this is a different continuity than what you're used to.
But the unfortunate part is it's part of the Ultimate Universe, which
and I have read some of
to
the Ultimate Spider-Man comics since then. The Venom one specifically, like the first Venom arc, which the game I think had a better arc than the comic at points, because you know the fight in the opening of the game where Venom shows up at Peter's school, and Peter's just in a hoodie and stuff, and they get in that big fight. In the comic book, it like doesn't even last that long. It's like Peter really didn't seem like he was in that much trouble with Venom, and that kind of sucked. Because Venom is like the horror movie villain to Spider-Man. Since, he knows who you are, you can't sense him when he's coming to kill you either.
Yeah, I can't remember who I was talking to, but I think I was talking to Sauron about this not too long ago. But it's like, I was born in the mid-90s, okay? So when I'm first introduced to Spider-Man...
Was it the 90s show?
Yeah, the 90s show, but also the comic and, like, the toys at the toy store, everything.
Yeah.
It's like, I never got the impression that the Green Goblin was Spider-Man's arch nemesis. I always thought it was Venom.
You know what was my first introduction to Spider-Man? Was the PS1 Spider-Man game. I don't know if have you ever played that? The PS1 Spider-Man game?
Oh, God, yes. That's a great introduction to Venom right there.
It really is, even though Venom is really silly in that game at times. He flips between creepy and silly, and it's kind of funny.
Oh yeah.
But I loved the fact that it's like you had so many villains in this game, and all of them got like a moment too.
Oh yeah.
So I thought was really cool. And then I'm not gonna lie, that game gave me nightmares when I got to the Doc Ock Carnage fusion thing at the end, Monster Ock.
Oh yeah, monstered Doc Ock.
Yeah, that shit gave me nightmares as a kid.
Dude,
the scream he would make was just so freaky. And then even though it was a PS1, the animation when he killed you was just... Yeah, he was just screaming and stuff. And the fact that it's a chase and not a fight at all.
Oh yeah.
And even Spider-Man is like
no, you're not
out.
even gonna try to fight this guy. He gets that little bar hits your icon.
Yeah, you were just stabbed to death. With he just stabs you to death with the tentacles, and it's just like, oh my god, this game went from superhero game to horror game.
But that's the thing, boys and girls. Back in the day, we could handle things like that.
I had to mute the TV whenever I got to that part of the game, because he would just the sound would just freak me out too much.
Oh no, but I'm saying like that would never be in a game meant for kids these days.
No, you could not get away with that today in a kid's game. No.
And that's what I'm saying is like, you know, you guys are wrapped in bubble wrap. We were kind of wrapped in bubble wrap too, but not to the extent that kids today are.
Yeah, no. Did you get? I just remember like how like when 4 kids with Yu-Gi-Oh, how they would have to censor so much shit, and sometimes you could realize how bad it was. Like I remember the door where he's fighting the other guy with the dark magician. It's like if these discs touch you, you'll go to the shadow. And I'm like, those are buzzsaws. Those are buzzsaws with just an energy effect over them. It's like, this man is dead. It's like Yugi, if you win this game, he's getting his leg chopped off. He's getting his fucking ankle chopped off. Like, no, that's called Shadow Realm. Is called death. This is pretty funny. Okay, this is the most metal shit in this game, and they're saying something. Yeah, Joker, the uncensored Harpy cards are something. It's so weird they tried to market that to kids when you think about how dark the subject matter is. Even with just the game, it's like you have to sacrifice your own monsters, you're doing rituals and shit to summon these things. It's like, I'm kind of shocked kids that this was marketed to kids. You know, the satanic panic parents would lose their freaking minds over that. People getting pissed at Harry Potter. It's like, have you seen Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah, you know what? I bring me back to satanic parents. I mean, the satanic panic parents.
At least everybody laughed at them and no one thought they had a point.
Yeah, I'll take them over these wokey parents.
Yeah, because the woke people, it's like, not enough people call them out of their bullshit. It's not like we don't have the consensus of like most people where it's like, this is stupid. You're being dumb. Man, I wish we got to use the dragon in like a fight.
It seems you're not the only one who wants this mission accomplished.
That dragon is really fucking cool. It's like a cool like alien dragon thing. Yeah, that was a weird thing. People would Joker play talking about people flip out about Pokemon, so calling it, man. Yeah, that's the weird thing. Like Pokemon got a lot of shit, but it's like Pokemon was pretty tame compared to some of the darker shit in some TV shows.
Yeah, it was pretty tame. The biggest controversy when it first came out was the epilepsy thing.
That and the because one of the original Pikachu cards had the it's not the swastika, but the symbol that's like the Nazis like appropriated it from.
Yeah, the
Manji or something.
Well, I guess it's still called a swastika, but it was
it has
like
a different name, I think.
Yeah, it was pulled from the Hindu religion, I believe.
Yeah, I think it crops up in other like because India is technically Asia, so it crops up with other Asian stuff too. But the original Pikachu card had that on it, and people who didn't realize it was a slightly different symbol thought that's a fucking swastika and got mad. And that one, I'm like, okay, I can kind of understand, especially since back then we didn't have the internet like that. There wasn't like a super easy way to double check this. Cause like now, if I saw that, I would like pull up an image and compare them, and double check, make sure it's not the wrong one. But back then people probably couldn't do that easily. Not saying that that they're right or anything, but I can say I can understand where you draw that conclusion. Now that symbol is a long-standing German. Really? I remember the original intro had the squid Pokemon thing. He destroyed a tower around us. Ooh, yeah, that's like that one, the original Spider-Man poster where it had the World Trade Center. This is before 9/11. They had the World Trade Center, and like you could see it in the reflection of the like the eyes of the suit or whatever. So they ended up.
Oh shoot, man! Not just the poster, the original teaser trailer.
Is that the one where he stops the helicopter with the?
Do you remember that?
Yeah. That trailer was ridiculous. I was like, how?
Dude,
his power level was really high with that.
Who cares? That was an amazing shot. Having the helicopter get caught in the web between the two towers. That was amazing. That's great.
That was unironically
a great
pretty awesome
visual right
shot.
there.
I would... Obviously not with the World Trade Center, but I'd love to see something like that redone. That's just really cool.
Are you saying that you want a shot on the World Trade Center redone?
I remember there was a Jackie Chan movie that got canned because the premise was it was gonna be like a terrorist attack at the World Trade Center or something.
Ooh,
And then they canned it because you know that happened.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, yeah, that was probably a good call to not make that movie, or at least change the location. Like, I would change it to a completely different city, maybe.
Ugh.
So, Joker's saying I might be wrong. That symbol is a long-time German symbol. It's far back as Roman era. You can find it on Visigoth artifacts. I hope I said that right. I don't... Huh. I mean, you might be right. I just know that it's like you see it more prevalently in like a lot of the non-swastika version of that symbol. And like
Yeah, it was messed up during the Olympics. A bunch of Japanese temples had to be covered up because a bunch of Westerners bitched about the swastikas.
Yeah.
But they weren't even like Nazi-oriented swastikas.
I feel kind of bad because I was so
like
hyped
they were all
for,
Buddhist temple stuff.
I was so hyped for like the Tokyo like Olympics thing. You know, obviously it's before COVID. And then when it actually came out, I didn't even know it had come out. And then I couldn't find it anywhere on YouTube to watch it. Because I wanted to see what they would do. Because I figured, oh, Japan's going to do some crazy shit for the Olympics. It's like, because no one can do out crazy Japan.
Nobody can out crazy Japan.
And Japan, in Japan, if anyone's watching, that's a compliment.
Except the American weeb.
Well, yeah. Yeah, true.
She understands me, damn it. She's a pillow, Frank. Let her go.
You ever see you ever play Force Unleashed 2? Where Vader tells Starkiller, your feelings for her are not real. He yells, they are real to me. It's just like, and I was like, oh, we wrote this, didn't they? From this dialogue. Because it works too well in that situation. It's like it's like your therapist. It's like your feelings for her are not real, and then you just
they are real to me. Oh god.
That game, the second one, I loved the gameplay. The story was just not there. Like if you could take the gameplay of the second one but keep the story of the first one, it would have been perfect. Because I love the dual lightsabers. I love how you could combo force powers with the lightsabers. Not sure how that works, being able to shoot force lightning through the lightsaber, but we're not going to question it. Because it's really cool. And it's like my girl Juno. I'm not disrespecting Juno, I just think that it's just the dialogue is really funny. Just unintentionally funny. Because Vader's just like... And it's like your feelings for her mean nothing. Which is kind of hypocritical coming from Vader. When you think about it, like, dude, you literally murdered children for your wife. To try and save your wife, man. Like, I mean, you should know. You should know by now. You?
I mean, I thought the choice is obvious here.
I mean, Natalie Portman in the prime. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Ooh, yeah, that's a tough one. I'm not gonna lie, I'll say I had the hugest crush on Natalie Portman during the prequels. I had the hugest crush on Natalie Portman. But someone in like a Discord I'm in was posting about what Kathleen Kennedy had. She had like she did a complete 180 on the whole "we don't have source material" thing. For Star Wars, they were highlighting the two statements, and it's like, so now you have like 40 years worth of source material you could draw from.
No. They can't pull from that, or else that's an admission that they don't have any original ideas of their own.
Yeah. Okay, Joker sent me the image.
That's the thing. Have you noticed that it's like almost every decision that comes out of Star Wars these days, it's pretty much just to what's the word I want to look for? To discourage what has been rumored is going on, essentially.
Yeah.
Like it's all like responsive of what the audience's reaction is going to be.
Honestly,
it seems like that's all that it is.
You know what the sad thing is like because of just how tainted the brand is, not just because the sequel trilogy, but because you had the people making its reaction to people not liking it, and then the people who are Disney shills reaction to people not liking it. Even if Star Wars does something that I legitimately think is good, I just won't watch it. At this point,
yeah, that's the best. If you want to change it, it's going to be the best course of action.
Like I saw the scene when Luke came back in The Mandalorian, like someone posted it on YouTube, and I was like, "Yo, this scene is good," but but I gotta remember, it's like, oh right, this all leads to shitty Disney sequels, doesn't it? So it's just kind of like, I don't even want to get invested in Mandalorian, even though people say it's awesome, and it's like from clips, it looks like it's pretty good. Like if that had come out when when Lucas was still owning it, and I would have watched the shit out of that. And I'll go on record saying I didn't want to hate the Disney Star Wars sequels. Like the first time I saw Force Awakens, I thought it was a little bit weird. I thought it was a little bit weird. Like halfway through, it started to lose me.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? They can fix this with a sequel.
I thought it was the return of legitimate Star Wars.
I was hyped for it when they first, when the trailers were coming out. I was like, oh shit, Luke's back. Oh shit. I ain't gonna lie, I got nostalgia baited with that movie. I was like, oh shit, Luke's back. We're gonna see what happens next. What is all this shit? Who was the creepy guy at the mask?
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay. I watched it and I didn't hate it at first, and then I rewatched it because I went to see it with somebody else. I rewatched it and they loved it, but then I just started noticing the problems. And then I watched it again when it came out because I bought it digitally, and I was like, okay,
yeah. The thing I'm going to bring up right now is, unfortunately, my dog is now up, and she is going to tear this headset out of me if I do not give her attention.
Dogs, that's what they like.
Yes. So I'm actually gonna have to drop it here so I can give the dog some attention, and it looks like that she wants me to go to bed. So yeah, she doesn't sleep in her dog. She doesn't sleep in her dog bed. She jumps up in my bed, and she's like, yes, human heating pad. Make sure that you comfort me.
Like, Human, get in here now.
Pretty much, yeah. They say that cats are demanding.
I mean, they are, but dogs can be demanding too.
Yeah. But hey, thanks for having me on for a little bit.
Yeah, it was fun.
And I hate to cut it short, but like I said, I just I need to appease the dog because she decided that she wanted to eat every little thing that she could in the house after she somehow escaped her kind of like a little
escape artist, huh?
Yeah, she's a little Harry Houdini. See what I did there?
That's a good one, Harry Houdini. Yeah, your dog seems really cool.
Yeah, I came home and essentially everything that was not bolted down was torn into, and she kind of looked at me like a little concerned, like, you gonna yell at me? You're not gonna yell at me? But it's like, she's only like 6 months old. It's like, so it's really hard for me to get mad at a puppy.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting she's still a puppy.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, once again, thanks for having me on. Hopefully I can do it some more often. I've been trying to get a little more interactive with my buddies and acquaintances here online, but it's just, you know, it only happens when I'm able to catch them. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, man. Plus, you know, people be busy.
Yeah. Well, hey, man. But great talking to you. Thanks for having me on. And yeah, like I said just a second ago, hopefully we can do it some more.
Yeah, let me know when. Well, I follow you on mine, so I'll see when you post it. But with Book of Anubis is available to buy, I'm getting that. I'm curious to see where that goes. Because the art looks really awesome.
Let you know what?
When the Mythoverse comic you got, the Book of Anubis, when that comes out, or it's about to come out.
Yeah.
Well,
we're still doing
that.
Yeah, we're still doing some concept art for it, but yeah, actually, Bezel is going to be doing some another character art piece pretty soon.
Oh, you mean Bezel is like the one with the rabbit avatar on mines?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, their art is really good.
Yes, she is the main artist.
Okay, I don't know if oh, God, I'm trying to think of her name. Almost called her Omnicron for some reason. I don't know why I almost did that. I thought she was doing the main art. Salem,
yeah, Bezel's doing the main art, and yeah, she's doing the main art, and yeah, it's gonna be a horror noir story. So it's gonna be in black and white, and it takes place in Detroit, 1928. So
yeah, you are going noir with that.
Oh yeah. And the thing is too, this is not rundown Detroit. This is Detroit back in the day, where if you picked up a globe from the store, it wasn't Chicago that was labeled on the globe. It was Detroit. So, you know, hopefully it'll be an interesting, unique little feel, because it's going to be a time and place that not too many people were aware of, that, you know, because they get too caught up in the modern day status of the city, that people forget that was once like, you know, the one of the hubs of
Wasn't
planet
it like
Earth.
the automobile capital of the world at one point? That's what they described it as. Something, or like
oh yeah, it was well, it was I mean, they called it the Renaissance City because, you know, it's you had a because it was such an innovative city, it was also an innovative city of the arts. So you had Art Deco, and you also had a surge of Italian Renaissance.
I really like the
going
Deco art style.
Yeah. Oh, dude, the Art Deco is very strong in the project.
Oh, I kind of could tell because
Omen actually made the official logo for the project as well, and yeah, that is full-on Art Deco.
Yeah, I was getting that vibe from the.
Yeah, if you actually visit Detroit, you know, you gotta go check out a bunch of the big skyscrapers there. Most of the skyscrapers you see in Detroit, they were pretty much made in the 1910s, 1920s. So yeah, they're all Art Deco.
They still got the
influence.
Deco.
Yep. The only downside is there's a lot of statues and stuff that was made for the Native Americans, and of course, you know, nowadays, even though that was meant to revere them, now it's offensive just to mention that they existed. So
yeah, it's so I get sick of the whole thing about people getting mad when someone who's not of a certain group writes a character that's, you know, of an ethnicity they're not or whatever. Because it's like, you know, you're just gonna make people not want to write these characters at all, which is the opposite of what you claim you want, because you want representation, but then you get mad at the slightest thing. Like I remember with what was it? Halloween Kills.
I'll tell you.
They got mad because they had a gay couple get killed.
I try not to get too in depth with this stuff. I'm talking to people online, but you know, yeah, this does need to be talked about. I'll tell you how bad that is. That notion is that you just brought up. I got somebody that I know. Won't name the name, but he is actually, I'm not even sure if he's in any of the circles of people I know online, because this is a guy that I know in real life. But he's black, and he too is big into storytelling and such. He has told me that he will not write black characters because of how people react to non-white characters nowadays.
I remember, that reminds me of that, did you hear about Crunchyroll passed on a show that actually had like a pretty diverse cast, but it didn't come off as like forced, because it kind of gave off like Avatar vibes a little bit. I forgot what it was called, but it gets, every once in a while people bring it up, and they passed that up for that shitty High Guardian Spice show. And
well, dude, we gotta pump out the propaganda somehow.
Yeah, and it's just sad because it's just like, and I see this happen with people where sometimes something will have like a black character in it and it's not meant to be woke, and people will think it's woke, and it's like, chill. Like, I get why you're like that because you've seen it so many times, and honestly, that's my biggest fear, is that I get to that point where I just write things off as woke without really thinking about it because of something like that. And I don't want to, and I kind of, that's why I always try to, like, you know, listen to how it's actually marketed and stuff before I make that decision. But
I mean, like, I don't know. The reason I brought that up is just because it's like, this is how bad it is, where it's like, you know, a black artist literally chooses to not make black characters just because of how people treat him when he makes them.
Yeah, the dumbest thing I see on Twitter is when people make like an art of someone who's brown, and people get mad because it's not like the exact same shade of brown as the canon art. And it's like, you do realize lighting, people just have different art styles. You know, some people use pastel, which makes everything look washed out.
You know,
that kind of thing.
You know,
it's like,
guys,
it's not whitewashing.
We were talking earlier about how we kind of missed you know, guys, we were talking earlier how we kind of missed the 90s.
I do.
That's probably the biggest thing I miss about the 90s, when people just got along.
Yeah, that's a weird thing. Like, everyone acts like, oh, today is so much better, everyone gets along so much better. It's like, no, actually, they don't.
Yeah.
Like, the 90s were way more chill.
Well, on that happy note...
Yeah, on that happy note, let me not let your dog keep you up too much.
Yeah, oh, it's kind of funny. Then now she started to kind of chill out, but it's like, no, now that I've raised my voice a little bit, now she's all getting excited and such.
Ooh, something's happening. Ooh.
Yes, what's happening is you're about to go to sleep. So exciting. Yes. Yes, so exciting. You got up and you got all excited just for that.
Honestly, I kind of envy how dogs can just be entertained with some of the dumbest stuff.
Oh yeah,
you just kind of envy it sometimes.
That is very, very true. Okay, man, but yeah, thanks for having me on. Let me know when you do it again, and I'll see if we can hop on, and you know, maybe we can have a few more people to bounce off of, because there was just some times where it's like, you know, yeah, there was some dead air, but it's like I just literally didn't know, like, you know, I don't know what to say, man.
Yeah, no, I get like that too, honestly. I'm glad when people come on the stream, because otherwise it's hard to, you know, find things to talk about.
Alrighty. Well, yeah, you take care. Thanks for having me on, and I'll talk to you next time.
Yeah, I'll talk to you next time, man. This was fun. I can see. Oh, there he is.
Alright, sorry.
Oh, yeah, you good. You good.
Yeah,
oh, whoa. I almost canceled this. Almost canceled the accident out of the game. I did not want to do that. I'm gonna ignore this thing because honestly, I've already gotten the skin from it. It's just
I should probably put my headphones in so you don't echo.
Yeah, probably.
Alright, that should have worked.
Alright.
Oh no, my audio settings are still set for Divinity, so I can't hear a word you're saying right now.
Yeah, you might want to change your audio.
Oh, wait. Wait, I hear you in my right ear specifically. Keep talking.
I'm talking. I don't know why it's doing that for you.
Alright, try it now.
Am I good now?
Let me try it another way.
Let me keep talking. I mean,
yeah.
All right. So we're here with Joker now.
Just keep talking.
helped me out on a ton of shit. I need to actually get like I need to start like keeping score at this point. It's ridiculous. He's having technical things with his audio by the sounds of it. Yeah, sounds of it.
Well, I can technically hear you in one ear at a time.
That's weird.
Wait, try now.
Am I better now?
Okay, you're loud, but I can still only hear your mic. I think my headphones are dying.
That might be. I've had that happen with headphones before too. Actually, you just remind me. I need a replacement cable for my Sony headphones. Even though I don't really use them anymore because I have my computer headset.
Also, I have no idea what the stream audio is going to be like now, so
I mean, I could pause it for a second and unmute on my end and see what it sounds. Wow, that thing lagged. The stream lagged out. 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 Oh, that's actually just a bad idea because it gives you like echo and shit on my end. Let me not do that.
just like unmute it for a sec.
No, if I do that, it gives me this weird, like doubling echo effect for some reason every time when I do that. I don't know why.
Alright, it actually did technically work. Okay. So it's not the audio, they can hear us both. I think I'm a bit louder than you though.
That might be because I have the desktop audio boosted a lot. Just because I still haven't set up a way to isolate. There's a way to do it, I just keep forgetting to set it up so I can isolate like calls and game audio so I can get a better balance going.
Okay. It's always hard to tell if you're just pausing or if the audio cut out.
I think Streamlabs has like a thing that will like cut out like background noise if you're not talking or something. I don't really know how it works. Even though somebody's probably gonna get mad at me for using Streamlabs because Streamlabs is doing some shady shit.
Okay, I just realized that it's definitely your audio cutting out, and I think it's on my end.
Yeah, because you sound fine. I hope it's not cutting out in the stream for anybody.
I think the mic part of my headphones works well. It's just like the actual headphone part.
Yeah, you sound clear on my end, so I think it might just be your headphones aren't the greatest.
Yeah, that's what happens when you spend 20 bucks on eBay for headphones, I guess.
I guess. I used to be really bad with headphones.
Yeah, that's getting annoying because it's just, for me, it's like long pauses. I'm like, is something wrong? And then it's like you've been talking for like whole sentences.
Yeah, I mean, I try not to have dead air and pausing, but sometimes it's just I need to think for a second.
Yeah, it's just these headphones, hopefully.
Forgot they had this giant ass worm thing here.
Might want to pause. I think Todd might want his autograph from one of his videos he watched.
I think I just killed one of Todd's heroes. Rip.
Technically, you killed 2 of them so far.
Oh yeah, you're right. I killed 2 of them. I think Jeff is informing Todd is crying in the corner. he might be crying in the corner.
As he should be.
Yeah.
As he should be.
As he should be.
Oh, and just so my comment doesn't look out of place, you guys were talking about characters who end up with like different artwork in their main artwork. Rinka from Fire Emblem in all of her normal artwork, she's dark skinned, but when they do her cutesy artwork, they tone that, they give her a lighter skin tone.
Which Fire Emblem game is she from? Because I've only played the Houses, which is the Switch one, and I haven't finished it yet.
I want to say it's Fates, the one that annoyed me.
Isn't that the one where it's
Quite a bit with
like
its
your
storytelling.
kids come from the future or something very odd like that? Is it that one?
No, that's Awakening, but Fates is the like samurai versus knights type deal.
Oh boy, so we have the trad calves versus the weeps.
Oh no, dude, it is so. Because when when you do like one culture versus another, how you're not supposed to make one look like the bad side and one side look wholly good.
Yeah, you tend to not want to do that.
Yeah, they made the samurai side, oh, they are the good guys who are always nice. They have plentiful resources, and it's only these evil Westerners that are.
Yeah, I mean the game.
like-
I know the game is made in Japan, so there's obviously going to be a bias towards Japan. Just like how
Oh,
American
dude, it's, like,
media,
super biased.
America is always like.
If you choose to go to like the samurai route, your character goes, I'm happy I made this choice. I feel like I made the right choice. If you go Westerner, your character's like, man, I don't know if I made the right choice. I don't know if
I
I
hate
made the
that.
right choice.
I hate that with games. It's like I hate when games do that, where it's like there's a choice that's very obviously the bad choice to the point where you're like, why would you pick this? Like in any situation, why the hell would your character pick this?
And not even that. Given the storyline they went with, it would make more sense if they were both like gray area, because the entire point happens is that there's this like third party that is trying to drive these two to war, and they're like these ethereal spirit type things, and there's demons controlling the leaders of both factions. It's like, if that's the case, shouldn't they both be evil? Why is one side just evil?
I can see if they did it where it's like they make you think one faction is objectively the good faction, and then as you play as them, you realize, oh, they're just as bad as the other faction.
It's like, oh, you think this side's good? Well, yeah, that's because they're meant to be.
Yeah, that's
Like
dumb.
the Western side straight up has a serial killer character.
Oh wow, they
And-
went
Like
full.
anything we've ever encountered.
They straight up like, okay, she's redeemable because she's good at baking. They don't try to like fix her
Wait,
character
what?
over time. Nothing like
Did you
that.
just say the serial
But
killer is
she's
redeemable
good at
because
baking,
she's good
so-
at baking?
That's what they did.
That must be some
literally
damn
what
good
they did.
bacon, man, to just cover up mass murder.
Yeah, because she would murder her like maids and servants for fun, is what she says.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
like, they don't seem to mind. It's like, I'm pretty sure they do mind.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they mind being killed. I think most people mind
But,
being killed. Oh, I completely fucked that up.
It just bothered me so much because they even go so far as changing like Japanese culture. Like Japan's entire thing is they didn't have a lot of resources. In the story, they
Well, I
give
mean,
the
yeah, it's an
Japanese
island.
side
They're
all the
islands. Like
plentiful-
islands are much more limited than, you know, Europe, which is a
entire
huge freaking
reason their
continent.
weapons and armor and their entire culture is the way it is because they couldn't waste resources. They couldn't expend unneeded resources. It's like, what on earth?
Yeah, it's kind of.
I do not understand the creative decision. It could have had such a good story, and then they did that.
Like the idea of like a Western themed country versus an Eastern themed one, I think is fine. Like in concept.
Because everyone wants to see a knight and a samurai duke it out.
I mean,
Like,
that's kind of the only reason people wanted to play For Honor when it came out was samurais and Vikings samurais versus knights versus Vikings. Like, are you kidding me? And then the game. I played the game. I want to like it, but I couldn't really get into it.
it was just like, it felt like it couldn't decide if it wanted to be like realistic or like the more high fantasy.
I think like the
whatever you wanna
actual
call it.
lore is that it's not like in the, it's straight up like not like it was originally modern day or something. Then something happened, and everyone just regressed to,
I have the location.
you know.
The gate of DAVOTH locked in.
I think. Don't quote me on that because I don't think I ever played the story mode. I did like some of the gameplay aspects. That game has a steep learning curve, though.
Yeah, I heard it was. It's one of those. It's one of those games where it looks like it could be fun, but yeah,
Honestly,
I
I'd
don't
love for
think
them to
I
take the
would've
combat
gone-
system of that and make a single-player game like that. Because I love how active blocking was. You know, most games you just hold blocking, you just block, you know, until you let go of the button. No, this game you actually had to like push the stick in the direction the attack was coming from to actually block it. And you had like a window for how long you could block in some, especially for some of the weapons
I will mark its location.
slash classes and stuff. And it's like, okay, yeah, I like this.
This is the only way into the
It actually
Marauder's
makes blocking
Arsenal.
feel fun.
The Dark Lord will be there waiting for you.
Yeah.
So I would love
so
for a
hard
game
to
to
make
take
it like
that kind of fighting style. Tone down the UI a bit because the UI was way too, you know, I think in your face sometimes. But if there was a way to maybe make the UI a little less,
I
more
really like this
immersive.
post-apocalyptic look.
Huh?
Every time you see like a post-apocalyptic city, they always make it like so dusty and nasty, but this one it's actually overgrown and looks nice.
Which is kind of weird because I don't remember how long they said the demon invasion's been happening. Because I get the impression it hasn't been that long, but I haven't read all the lore stuff.
Well, are you
yet.
technically on? Are you technically on Earth at the
Yeah,
moment,
this is
or are you
Earth.
on one of the other like planets?
This is Earth. Yeah, this is like after we cleared out
Okay.
the main invasion. So I do.
Yeah, I'm starting to think this is a Discord issue.
It might be. Discord has been lagging out for me all day. Like I'll type something and it'll take 3 seconds for what I type to actually show up. And shit like that. It's been really weird.
Yeah, I just really like this overgrown city level.
It's
Looks
different
nice
for
and
like
scenic.
an apocalyptic city. It is different. The only time I've seen an apocalypse thing that was close to this was in I Am Legend, because they had like the grass was getting out of control and they had, you know, plants growing into like the cracks in like the streets and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was
You know,
kind
that's
of
the only
peaceful.
other time I've seen that look is I still don't understand how the zoo animals escaped though, but
I don't know. I don't know either, man.
my only guess is that somebody at the last minute just decided to open up the doors and let all the animals out because they thought that'd be a smarter idea.
I mean, they're just glad that the virus doesn't just jump to like lions and shit, because that'd be terrifying. Like a full-on vicious lion mutant coming at
Also,
you.
can we just talk about that bullcrap that was the original ending where Will Smith died?
Well, both endings he got. Well, no, actually, no. The original ending was the one that they cut, where he lived, and that actually would have been closer to the book. Because in the book, the twist is that well, for one, in the book, they're just straight up vampires. I'm pretty
Creatures
sure.
are more intelligent.
Yeah, they're intelligent. He doesn't realize they're intelligent, but they are. And the thing is, to them, he's like a boogeyman. That's why it's called I Am Legend, because to them, they view him as like a boogeyman thing. It's a, oh yeah, he comes and he'll take you. You know, they're kind of scared of him. And he's, you know, so it's like that's why it's called I Am Legend, because to them he's kind of a legend, infamous one, but still.
Now, there's still an issue with that. That insinuates that there are now two people living inside that body, the original human and whatever those creatures are.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how the other ending does it. I like the alternate ending better just because it makes more sense with what we were seeing in the movie, because they were showing that some of them were still intelligent. And I like that the original ending, you know, paid that off, you know, Chekhov's gun. Whereas the other ending is just kind of eh. I mean, I would have been fine with him dying. It's just it felt like they were gonna do something else with it. One movie though, I saw it. I never read the book, so I can't even compare it to the book. But freaking
in my head, I always.
Yeah, everyone says the book
like
is way better,
War
and
Z
I
with
haven't.
the zombies, them climbing and clambering over each other with just no reckless abandon. Or not
Yeah, that scene when they were getting over the wall was cool. Like when I saw that in the trailers, I was like, okay, I want to see this.
Yeah, because when you think about it, like a true undead zombie, they would not have muscle fatigue. Because just simply because of that, you would never be able to outrun a zombie. It would
Yeah,
always
they
outrun
wouldn't get tired of anything.
And in the infection, like they showed, that would fit as well. Like it would shut down your ability to feel pain and all that. So
Yeah, so they would
just
keep
imagine
going until
that.
they literally broke apart.
They would literally run themselves to death before they let you escape.
Yeah, like a horse.
Yeah, it's so horrifying that, like, we always see that, like, the slow lurching zombie. If something like those zombies existed in real life, like, the population would be dead. Like, people don't have that kind of cardio these days.
Well, if it's a slow-moving zombies, the other thing with that is, you know, you can't, you know, I mean, assuming you see them coming, you're good. Am I supposed? Oh, I'm gonna kill this.
Yeah. Slow-moving zombies were always, in my mind, the most useless ones. It's like you could literally like just get a stick and just kind of push them away.
The one thing I don't get is, like, you know how in like Walking Dead, like they have the zombies that are straight up decaying, and it's like, how are they strong enough to overpower you like this? It's like, this guy is literally a torso and arms, and he's strong enough to like rip your face off. Like, what? He's a decaying corpse. Like, what the fuck?
They would still need like muscle to move.
Yeah.
Not unless the zombies in The Walking Dead are canonically magic.
I don't know. They never ever, like, I don't think they ever confirmed, at least not in the show from what I saw, they never confirmed what the fuck it actually is. Aside from just everyone has it.
I didn't watch the comics or read the comics.
Yeah, I've never read the comics. No. I don't know if the comics ever explained it. But my biggest problem with Walking Dead,
I know in the comics they actually had like zombie animals that don't really show up in, I think, The Walking Dead.
Oh, I didn't know
series.
that. I think the most they had, I think there was like I think there was one where like it was implied that a rat was infected or something. Which that actually would be terrifying.
I could have sworn there was something about like an infected fish or something like that. It was either infected fish or an infected bird. I forget which.
Either way, that'd be terrifying. Then again, one of the Resident Evil spin-offs had a T-virus infected elephant. This is just so nuts.
So, wouldn't that just be basically the equivalent of like mad cow for an elephant, though? Or oh, actually, never mind. They do. That's not just a basic zombie virus. That's in Resident Evil. They do a bit more than that.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing actually kind of has a slight mutation with the tusk. That they're these jagged, like, I don't want to say serrated, because I don't know if that's the correct term for them. But they have, like...
say that again, it cut out.
The tusk have been, like, altered from, like, the mutation. I don't know if... I don't know if there's an actual term for this, where it's, like... It has one edge, and then there's, like, an extra part that's, like, extruded off of it that also has a cutting edge, too. So there's like two edges on the same tusk. Like one like flows into the other one that's extended out a bit more. outside memory.
No
I'm not
idea.
sure if there's a term for that. But
I'm
I've
gonna
seen
say
that.
no idea because I can't tell if Discord is just cutting out the important part or what.
You know what? Let me go find it. So you can see what I mean. 'Cause
Here, I
don't-
can just look it up.
Look up Resident Evil Outbreak Zombie Elephant. Oh, I misremembered how to tusk clip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what. It's like they got like extra like tusk growing out of the main tusk, and the main tusk is more blade-like from like the artwork and stuff. It's
I guess a board tusk is kind of like a blade, so I don't see why
yeah,
it
it's
would be
like
called
I guess it's
anything
kind of like
different.
a boar tusk more than like an elephant tusk. I guess that's a bit
Which
more of
Resident
like
Evil
what
game
happens.
is this based off again?
Huh?
What Resident Evil game is this again?
This is Resident Evil. I think it's like Outbreak Chronicles. It's either I forget what it's called. It's like Resident Evil 2 Outbreak. Resident Evil Outbreak 2. It's like it was a multiplayer. I didn't even know what I didn't really know about it until like years later. But it was like a multiplayer. It was basically like Left 4 Dead but Resident Evil. But it was on like the PS2. And I think it's still. I don't remember. I think it's still kind of. I don't know if it kind of did like the fixed camera thing a little bit. From what I remember seeing about it, I haven't looked at it in a long time. And a lot of people want it back, and Resident Evil keeps like dipping its toes in the multiplayer shit, and they never do Outbreak again, which I think Outbreak
Doesn't
would
seem
probably
like
work.
the multiplayer games they do are. What's the nice way to say not? To say that they're not good.
Yeah, the one they did, there was one that they were trying to get to work, but I guess it didn't do very well, so they ended up just bundling it with Resident Evil 3 remake for free at the last minute. And I was like, I played a couple matches of it as the I forgot what the term was, but it's like it basically was like it was one player was controlling what monsters spawn and what traps were there, and their goal was to try and kill the survivors or whatever.
Oh yeah, I saw some gameplay of that one.
I played a little bit of it when it came out. I wouldn't say it was bad, but I can't even say what I didn't like about it. I just didn't play it. I just didn't have an urge to play it, which is weird because it was a free game. Well, technically not free, you know, because you had to buy Resident Evil 3 Remake, which was like $40, I think, when it came out.
Oh, so you couldn't just like get the game; you actually had to buy another game to get it.
Yeah, I don't think you could get it separate. I don't think
It
you could.
reminds me It reminds me of that one Call of Duty game that was so good that it had to come with Modern Warfare 2 for people to
Oh
want it.
yeah, the Modern Warfare 2 remaster or whatever. I forget which COD
Yeah.
it was. I know what you're talking about. I just can't remember which COD it was where they did that.
Was it Advanced Warfare? Because it was the one where they went into space that everyone was just
Infinite.
like,
That was
wow.
Infinite Warfare. They went to space. Yeah, at one point that was the most one of the most disliked videos on YouTube. At one point, I'm pretty sure.
Such a good game, it had to come with a completely different one that was better.
Yeah, pretty much everyone wanted. I think that's the
Yeah,
only reason that game
it
sold was
probably
that people
wasn't
wanted that
a game.
copy.
Yeah, I don't even... The game in play itself probably wasn't that bad, but that story, dude. Oof, that story.
Yeah, I've never been like a COD person. I don't get. It's so weird because like you see people complain about COD every year, but it's like you still buy it though. You know, it's like, but you still
the
buy
original
it
Call of
though.
Duty game,
you know it's not what you say you want, but then you buy it anyway.
I played like a Call of Duty game that was meant to be like D-Day. I don't remember which one it was. It was for the computer with like super old graphics, I believe. But it was a decent game. And then the next Call of Duty game I played was Modern Warfare 2. So I guess I just got lucky and played all the good ones.
I guess you did. And then Vanguard is just so freaking weird. I mean, well, you saw
Do not give me stuff.
the Brandon
Do
Herrera.
not talk about Vanguard.
Okay, I won't
Do not
talk
talk
about
about Vanguard.
it. Okay, I won't.
Do not talk about Vanguard to the gun nut. Do not talk about Vanguard to the gun nut.
Okay, I won't. We will move on to another subject.
Your freaking bolt action Lee Enfield just
Freaking red dot
full
sights
auto with no attachments to it
The red dot
in the
sights.
trailer.
That's what bugged me. I was just like, look at this. Like, I'm pretty sure they didn't have fucking red dot sights like that in World War II.
A bunch of modern sights. The sad part is they did have. He mentioned that there were red dot sights.
They were just on tanks and like, you know, artillery guns and
for it.
not something you'd actually carry into a fight with you.
And the worst part is, there were optics in that time they could have just used. That would have been simple.
Yeah, it's just weird. And then it's also the fact that, like, instead of it being, you know, like the actual fact World War II, it's just my team and the enemy team, and what the hell? Are you a World War II game or not? Because at this point, it's like, what is
really, they
point?
did that.
I'm gonna steal a joke from the act,
can we
man.
just talk about how they keep putting gun parts on the wrong gun?
Yeah, I know Herrera was talking about that. I was busted out laughing. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
The sad part is one of those guns has a special muzzle brake that if you take it off the gun cannot function.
Really?
Yeah, it has a special muzzle brake, and basically if it doesn't have that muzzle brake attachment, it will not have enough power to cycle the firearm. Like, not enough like gas goes
That
back
is
into the gun
weird.
to cycle it. And you can take that muzzle brake off that firearm in the game. It's like, that gun doesn't work then.
Like, you just broke the gun. Congratulations.
And that's not to mention, I think a few of those guns actually have like parts in the stock, and you can take the stock off completely with guns. Like, I'm pretty sure there was a spring in there for some of those.
I kind of wonder which game is more inaccurate. Battlefield 5, with, you know, the chick with the goddamn prosthetic arm thing that they were showing off in the trailer.
Is that the one with the lady with the prosthetic arm?
Yeah, that one. I wonder which is the more inaccurate World War II game, Vanguard or that.
Well, if it's the one with the lady with the prosthetic arm, it's still Vanguard. But can we talk about how she would reload her gun with only one arm?
Yeah, I kind of want to see a reload animation with that prosthetic, because I imagine it would be hell on earth. Not saying you couldn't do it, but I'm just saying it would probably be hell on
There's no
earth.
thumb for her to grip stuff.
Yeah.
Hello. And people are like, oh, we want to be inclusive. It's like, could have.
Okay, if you dress the game up as saying that this is like an alternate World War II and you've had all this shit in there, I don't think anyone would care. I mean, look at Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein is fucking ridiculous.
Weren't that good back then, so why didn't you just make it like?
Like they might as well have
sense
just
if you
called
did,
it
like-
done what they're doing now with the 2040 something. Even though that game is a buggy fucking mess from what I've heard and seen.
It's one of those things where it's the army is not like how it is now. Like in the army, if you're still capable of doing your job, I don't think they care if you have a prosthetic, as long as you're capable of doing whatever job.
Yeah, but I can't imagine back then they'd let too many people with prosthetic arms on the front line.
You gotta realize that they were not as accepting back then of people with prosthetics as well.
Yeah, plus to be fair, the prosthetics
Like,
aren't, you know, like what they are now. I've seen some videos of the prosthetic arms and stuff that people have, and it's like legit, like getting. It ain't to the level like, you know, like movie like cybernetics or something, but it's like that's pretty goddamn good. Like the amount of control people have with them and stuff, like that's pretty goddamn good.
Yeah, in fact, I'm just gonna double check something. Let's look at some World War II era prosthetics.
Because I have seen people try and defend the prosthetic arm from Battlefield 5, and I'm just like, I'm no history buff, but I don't know about that.
But you wouldn't be able to, you know, run and gun with it.
Maybe if she was like a, you know, hang back sniper type, that arm wouldn't be that bad. I don't know.
But if they gave her like a prosthetic leg, it would have been a better idea.
Yeah, I think but then again, it's much harder to see a prosthetic leg. Let's be honest. Most of the time, you're gonna have a camera, someone from the waist up, so you wouldn't really even know they had a prosthetic limb.
Yeah. But yeah, most of these prosthetic limbs, they're like made to look like an arm, but they don't necessarily function like one.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's this one where the guy can kind of bend it. Oh, there's a Japanese soldier with a prosthetic hand wielding.
They also
a
had like
kendo,
really
or-
weird shit in that game, like in the
Sure.
trailer. It's like, you mean tell me you got a British dude in a fucking tank top in the middle of this shit? Like, where is his helmet? Where is his armor? Are you guys for real?
Well, they didn't really have armor in World War II, but definitely his helmet. That's about
Okay,
what
I
they
say
got.
armor. I'm just using that as a general term for, like, you know, like gear, like combat gear.
I'm
they
pretty
would
sure
wear.
they still had to wear their uniforms when they were on duty.
Yeah, uniforms, you know, a helmet, something. I get if they were like some kind of, you know, non-affiliate like rebel thing, and they had some dude from Mad Lad running around with face paint and a tank top on. I get it if you were
Find a way
doing
to activate
that.
the power in this part of the
They
city.
also like changed a lot of. There was like they had these like historical missions or something like that. They built them as that, and apparently for some of them they completely changed what actually happened, like who did the thing, and people got mad because it was like, yeah, people actually died gave their lives for this shit, and you were just straight up trying to erase that and saying, no, this is what happened.
You should
Yeah.
This was no.
Yeah, this was
If you make it
just
seem-
evil.
It's one of those things where they don't want to make the characters evil, but if you don't make them evil, then it won't seem like they did anything wrong. You've got
Yeah.
to show what they did.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's the thing though, it's like villains can't really be villains anymore in stories because people find them too problematic. Do you remember X-Men Apocalypse? The it was one of the prequel X-Men movies.
I vaguely remember it.
Well, there was a poster, and this is a scene that happens in the movie, where Apocalypse grabs Mystique by the throat, right? And, you know, he's choking her. And that was one of the posters they used, and a bunch of feminists got mad saying that somehow this promotes domestic abuse because, you know, a man is choking a woman.
Which is weird given that there's so many, like every Call of Duty game where you only run and gun and kill a bunch of, like hundreds of thousands of men in your time of playing.
Yeah, it's like when people got mad at GTA 5 because you can murder a prostitute. And it's like, how many men can you murder in these games? For, like, hold up a second here. Like, do you realize how many, you can do all these, you can run men over, you can blow them up and shit. And there's so much horrible things you can do to male characters in GTA, it's not even fucking funny.
Didn't one, like, in Red Dead Redemption, didn't one guy get banned for killing one of the characters who was...
I don't know if he actually got banned, if people got mad because he murdered, he like hog-tied up the feminist or something. Something you could do to a male character. Which is like, okay, I mean, that's equality in, you know, in terms of the game.
You know, you gotta think, remember that the devs let you do that.
Yeah.
The devs programmed you to be allowed to do it.
Yeah, the dev's not saying you should do it, they're just saying you can do it. And they're not going to stop you from doing
Yeah,
it.
the devs didn't put in like a little switch saying you can't do that to this character.
Yeah, honestly, I would have, you know, if they did that, someone would have just modded the game and do it anyway.
Yeah, but then it's not on their head for doing it.
Yeah.
They can just say, my hands are clean of this.
Yeah, they can be like, hey, he hacked the game to do it, so, you know, this is what it is. I forgot to mention it when,
Then again,
Salem
come to
was
think
here.
of it,
The last
Salem's
Halloween
here?
movie they made, it's ass. I wouldn't recommend it at all. A bunch of idiots got mad because guess what happens in the movie? They tried to say the movie was homophobic.
Oh, I thought you meant Salem as in the guy. Okay.
No, I said I meant to bring. I partially brought up the Salem shit, but I didn't actually finish the thought because the conversation kind of switched. But guess what happened in Okay, so they called the new Halloween movie Halloween Kills homophobic, and I just want you to guess why. Like, what do you think got people to accuse it of being homophobic? Just take a wild guess, because
Discord just loves censoring whatever you're saying.
You know what? I might have to switch.
The only word that wasn't censored basically was homophobic.
Okay. Guess what in Halloween Kills? Guess what happened in Halloween Kills that idiots are saying it makes the movie homophobic?
It literally just censored it again.
Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I don't know if it's Discord or your headphones, but I might have to switch to using the app instead of the browser version. But I'll just say it. People got mad because in Halloween Kills, Michael Myers kills a gay couple at one point.
Doesn't he kill everybody?
Exactly. He literally kills a child in the same movie.
And also, isn't he meant to be like old? So couldn't he end up having those like old-timey values?
I mean, Haddonfield is kind of a... I forget what state Haddonfield's in, but it's probably... I forgot. I think it's Illinois. I think it's Illinois. Actually, no, I was going to say Haddonfield was the South. I was like, no, it's Illinois, I think. Don't call me on that.
Obviously. Just one of those things where Michael Myers is meant to be the evil character anyway, so why are they surprised he's evil?
Yeah, it's the same thing with X-Men. It's like, this character is literally named Apocalypse. Like, he's gonna be evil. Like, let him just be evil.
Nobody should show them a movie about World War II.
No, they would lose the fucking
for a
shit.
shock.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So
Thanks, Trent. Thanks.
Why does the shotgun have 3 barrels?
Well, this is the full auto mod, so it... I don't know. I don't know.
Rotating barrels, but only 1 tube. It would make more sense to have multiple tubes in 1 barrel, which they do actually. I think that's not the KSG, right?
The KSG, I think is that the one that's a 2-barrel, the 2-barrel 2-tube pump action one that you showed me? Because I think you showed me.
KSG is 1 barrel 2 tubes.
Oh, because there was one you showed me where it was 2-barreled and also 2-tube.
Let me look at it. Double pump action shot.
I mean, then again, I mean, I think I remember because I asked you about it. Like, is that actually a thing? Because I wanted to make a shotgun model, which I used in the thumbnail for this.
Alright. Yeah. It's the DP-12.
Okay, the fact that it's called a DP-12 is hilarious, and I'm not going to tell you why.
I don't know what company makes it, but yeah, DP-12 has 2 barrels. It probably also has 2 triggers.
Chat, nobody tell Joker why DP-12 is funny. DP-12 is funny. Nobody tell him.
Sounds like it's something I would get. Never mind, I'm not making that joke.
Like I said, I'm not going to tell you what it is.
No, I was going to make a joke, but that might get me in trouble too. Jeez, there's a lot of jokes I can't say that'll get me in trouble.
Okay, it just sounds like more corporate bullshit.
I still have my dislike button, by the way. I can still see it.
Dude. Oh, you can see the button, but can you see the like to dislike ratio?
Yep. Yes, I can.
Lucky you, because I think it seems like everybody else can't.
It's only if I hit like incognito window.
Oh.
What?
You know what? I'm gonna try that right now. I'm gonna try that right freaking now. Hold on.
What? Go in incognito, see if it.
Yeah, let me turn the block on just because I don't want people seeing. stuff that they don't need to see.
What's your little test?
I'm gonna open a
dear.
browser in
One guy-
incognito and see.
Oh dear, you got someone that said, "Let's go, penguin."
Yeah, I saw that. Let's just click on a random video and see what I comes up with. Not Ariana Grande, because that's gonna give me a copyright claim just immediately.
I recreated every single.
Nope, still gone for me.
What, were you checking incognito, see if that fixed it?
Yeah, I was seeing like an incognito, looked at a Mr. Beast video. I don't think I've ever watched a Mr. Beast video. And saw that. But I did have someone pretend to be him in my comments at one point.
I watched a few Mr. Beast videos when he was like just starting to get big. Now he's so big that he has just way more money for videos than any human being ever needed for a video.
Yeah, I don't know. There's like the point with YouTubers where I just think they get... I don't know why. I don't know how I ended up opening Audacity, but we're just gonna move on.
Like, too big.
Yeah, and it's like their videos just kind of don't... It feels like a production team made it rather than, like a couple people, there's like a hobby.
Yeah. But that's what happens. They end up paying more money and they get that production value and what have you.
I know, but it just kind of gets to a point where it just
always
feels like
feels like
watching TV.
Yeah. Like, Mr. Beast could probably easily have his own TV series by now.
He really could.
On the bright side, as long as him and his team are having fun with what they do, though.
Yeah, as long as everyone's having fun, getting paid, love what they do, I am not complaining.
It's fun. Did you hear how they tried to like cancel him for some of his past comments too?
I mean, everybody get canceled at this point, or tried to.
Yeah, I mean, with how much that dude has like done for his community.
Yeah, like I don't even watch the guy, and I gotta respect him.
It's like we're willing to destroy everything good he has ever done for one thing he did in the past.
Yeah,
people do change over time.
Yeah, it's one thing if he said that shit in the past, and then shit came out that he was still like that.
For the better.
But that's one thing.
Especially for, I guess there was his one friend who said stuff that it got a little.
But if his friend said that, but did he like agree with it or something? Because I mean, that's weird to get pissed at someone for what their friend said.
Rather than Mr. Beast directly. But I can understand why, but I feel like they're only doing it because he's popular.
Oh yeah, that's exactly why they're doing it. That's usually why most people get canceled anyway. You notice they never cancel someone who's not. Most people don't. They don't try to cancel people who are small most of the time.
Because I've also seen people like who are popular who say some like horrible things, but they get off for some reason.
Yeah, it be like that. It really be like that.
It's really weird how they just like pick and choose who get. I feel like they just like have a wheel they spin for who to cancel this week.
Yeah, it's really freaking arbitrary. Like, I remember when people got mad at like Shield Hero and stuff, and it's like, Shield Hero is fucking tame. Like, it really ain't that bad.
Oh, what was that? Oh, what was that one that? Oh yeah. There was two that are super untamed. Was it Redo of the Healer? I think was one of them.
Yeah, Redo is a healer. From what I've heard, I haven't watched it. I'm hearing like the first episode. He's pretty jacked up because there's a guy getting revenge on a chick, and he does it in a pretty fucked up way.
And wasn't it like a woman who made it or something?
No, a guy made it, but a lot of people who read it, the manga, are women. And he even said that he was surprised by that. So
There's another one, the Moshuku Tensei, the Jobless Reincarnation. It's one of those things where the main character is definitely like a perv. But there's a reason why they did it that way. They wanted the character to seem like childish and immature.
And I
feel like
mean,
they
I don't have a problem
gone
with a
better
perverted character, especially if the show treats it like, yeah, he's a pervert, and it's like they're not saying that, oh yeah, it's cool to be a pervert. And it's like, okay, I don't care. Or the whole point is the character's meant to be bad.
There's a maid who kind of enables him.
Oh, okay.
But other than that, everyone else is like critical of what he does. The maid enables.
That feeling with no perverted maid GF. That feeling. Feels bad, man.
No, the maid is like an older woman. And
Oh
basically
no! Oh no! Never
because
mind.
he was like a 35-year-old man in the past, he has like all the knowledge, so he comes off as like this prodigy kid. And I think it was like she respects him for being so smart. And
So she just kind of
that's
put
her
up
way
with
of
this.
showing respect. Yeah. At one point, she even goes, "For the longest time, given that weird face you make," and it was like it's obvious like perfect face. And it was like, I thought you were possessed by a demon every time you made that face. And it, yeah.
I just remember people got
all the
mad on
questionable-
Goblin Slayer, and then the thing was like the shit everyone got mad about was like that's literally just the first episode. Like the rest of the show is pretty alright.
But one of my major complaints is people were complaining about the relationship between the male character and another character in the Mushoku Tensei.
Why?
And my first thought was, you remember Twilight, how it's creepy older dude?
Oh yeah, he
going
straight up
after a young
imprints on
woman?
the little baby.
The vampire character?
Get a little hat, the little baby vampire. Yeah, that was fucking weird.
Yeah, it's basically it's that same plot, but because the main character is more perverse instead of what other people believe in modern day is charming, quote unquote.
Yeah, no, that's just I'm like that's just fucking creepy.
Yeah.
And it's super weird. It's like people are okay. People are okay with this. Like, do you see what this is?
It has that same exact style relationship in this book, but
I know you
I'm
have
still-
stories where like immortal characters or date people who are, you know, obviously way younger than them, but you know, usually the other person's also an adult.
yeah, but in Twilight she was 16, so
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it's literally
Even
the
though
same
he
style
looked like a
relationship.
teenager, it's kind of like one of those things like, yeah, that's a little bit weird.
But again, it's like it's that same style of relationship. It's like I'm not okay with it, but hopefully they in the book I am in, the girl just goes, "Yeah, I'm leaving now," and she just walks out of the dude's life.
Damn.
So it's one of those things where I'm really happy they went that route because it was really getting weird, in my opinion.
It just reminds me of
Because I wasn't okay with it when they did it in Twilight, really. I was not okay with it.
I can give it a pass where it's
That
just
was
like
still
a
weird.
character is you know, like a character like an elf or something with a human. Like I get it, you know. It's like, yeah, realistically, this person couldn't date anybody aside of an elf because, you know, the whole she's literally hundreds of years older than you, dude thing. Because I remember like the Aragon book brought that up because Aragon had a crush on Arya, who was an elf, and she's like, dude, you're like a baby compared to me. It's like, that's weird.
I will actually say that about the Mushoku Tensei series. If they got rid of all the perverted bits, their series would be amazing, very interesting. It's just that perversion, and it's like,
I don't know. I tend to
it's
not be
funny.
bothered by that stuff too much.
Well, even the book goes, yeah, maybe we're taking this a bit too far. Like, there's a kind of a fourth wall break where the character goes, maybe I should tone myself down.
Oh, there's a straight up fourth wall break. Okay, where is? There's the art file.
Yeah,
There
I
he
need
is.
to, like, get better about doing that.
Come here, bitch. Sorry, they're summoning all these demons and shit. I gotta go track his ass down. Come here. Oh, he ran. Did he run? Where'd he go?
Don't you have the sword, or do you not have the sword for this one?
No, you use the sword after killing the icon of things. That's the only thing that can kill him. You have a hammer, which lets you stun things for longer. But honestly, I keep forgetting to use it, which is probably gonna bite me in the ass later. If we get to the final boss in the stream, which I think I don't think there's too much more to this level. I could be wrong. Honestly, I only played this. Oh god, I died. I've only played this one once. I don't know what the hell is going on with Discord tonight. I don't fucking know.
Discord just is giving us the middle finger.
Discord son, are you okay?
Do you hear? They're like, do you hear the crap these idiots are talking
Yeah,
about?
like, do you
No, we
hear this
can't
shit?
have them associate with us.
Discord's like, can you hear this shit?
Oh yeah,
right
how
now?
far have you started reading the Iliad yet?
You know, I have the Odyssey, and I've never read all
Okay,
of it, and I need to read it.
Yeah, Discord cut out again, so you haven't read all of it, is what I got.
Yeah, I've only read parts of the Odyssey. I'm so pissed. It's cool. They were like, oh yeah, y'all get to read the Odyssey. I was like, oh, I heard this shit was actually good, because, you know, Greek shit. I mean, I like God of War as kids. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, I want to read this. And then we just skimmed it. We
It's
just,
funny how the Odyssey is just like kind of a middle portion.
yeah, it's like the middle portion of like
There's
another story.
so much more to the book. There's so much to that verse.
Yeah.
Like, I have the one translated by Robert. Okay, I cannot say his name. Okay.
Then again, I also have Dante's Inferno, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what the fuck is going on in that.
F-A-G-L-E-S.
I got to the first
I'm
part of
not
Dante's
attempting to
Inferno,
say
and it's
that
like, what the fuck did I just read?
You gotta remember, Dante's Inferno was a comedy.
Which is so weird, because it's like, nothing about this is coming off as funny.
It really shows you what was considered funny back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, if you thought people didn't think differently,
Yeah, people thought
then again,
differently
it's
back
kind of
then.
like, yeah, like how people thought of children. Like, that's...
I mean, we're talking about the Greeks.
Well, I mean, like, during the era of, like, Pinocchio, the entire thing was like this demonizing of children. Like, children are these horrible abominations, and nobody wants them. Like, that's, like, how they thought back then.
Which is so weird, considering, you know, you kind
It's,
of...
like,
Children are
really
kind of a thing you
horrible.
need. If you want to have, you know,
It's
a
like
population.
It's like people thought horribly. Okay, we're going to end up back in the territory that we've already talked about that we have to delete the part of the VOD for.
Yeah, we just kind of can't escape talking about that shit like that. That's gonna get you in trouble.
We cannot escape that humans are horrible and did horrible things. And thought horrible things.
You know, sometimes I wonder, like, if aliens exist, are they just as fucked up as we
we'll
are?
talk about something better than humans. We'll talk about theropods.
Oh yeah, theropods are awesome.
Do you know what a theropod is?
I thought it was like insects or something. It's related to insects.
Nope.
No, that's not theropods. I thought theropods were...
Not unless you learn something about
Oh, that's
biology.
awesome. That's
I don't know about
arthropod.
T-Rex.
Arthropod. I can't fucking say arthropod. That's arthropods, right? Those are insects.
But theropods are your T-Rex, Velociraptor.
Oh, okay.
It looks like Gallimimus as well.
I mean, they're still awesome.
I did not realize Gallimimus was considered. Oh no, that's not Gallimimus. That's Ornithomus.
Man, I wish Dino Crisis would get a remake. Give me Resident Evil with dinosaurs. That's basically what the first one was.
I don't think I ever heard of it until I started talking to you over Discord.
It was basically what if Resident Evil, but it was dinosaurs, and the backgrounds were 3D instead of pre-rendered. For the first game, the second game they went to pre-rendered. Then again, the second game was kind of weird because it went like full balls to the wall action.
The dinosaur game I played was Turok, the Xbox 360 version.
I could not finish that game actually.
That game was tough.
Yeah, that game was like like annoying.
But I like
hard. It was like frustratingly hard.
Weapon.
The thing I hated was okay, the dinosaurs are like the easiest things to kill. You just
It was
use the
really
knife.
weird. That it was unforgiving with those checkpoints.
Yeah, the checkpoints were just straight up bullshit.
Even on the easy difficulties, that game was tough.
Yeah, you died way too fast. It was like the human enemies were way more deadly than dinosaurs to me. I did not like that.
Yeah, the dinosaurs, you could just run around and get with your knife.
Yeah, you can just kill them with a knife instantly and just sit through a bunch of the same animation over and over and over again. That got old real quick.
I did like how the enemies could pin you. Like that was a very like realistic thing.
Yeah, I did like aspects of the game. Don't get me wrong, but compared to the original Turok, it is night and day.
Yeah, they're like two completely different.
Yeah, like the original is straight up like aliens and portals and shit, and then same thing with the second one too, and the third.
The original one didn't seem to say the storyline.
Yeah, that's because the original was like
was
more like a old school like Doom type game. The story really wasn't important.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you start off as a Native American. It's like, okay, I understand that. Then all of a sudden you pull out a modern handgun and are shooting dinosaurs, and it's like, wait, what?
Yeah, it's like, hold on, what? I mean, it's cool, but you are like, wait a minute.
But I do like how enemies could also just not pin you, but just knock you over.
Yeah, there were good elements to that game, honestly. I just wish more of the, I just wish more was put with the dinosaurs.
A lot of those elements would have been great for a horror game.
Yeah, that's what the original Dino Crisis was a survival horror game with dinosaurs. I mean, it's like, it's odd that there aren't more games like this.
Yeah, see, we need to stick to dinosaurs. Dinosaurs don't get us in conversations we're not allowed to have.
The other thing that's odd is, there aren't too many games with straight up like vampires and werewolves as like horror monsters. And it's weird because they would be pretty good as that. I hate how they handled the Dark Lord guy in this game.
Does YouTube immediately upload this VOD?
Yeah, it does it like within a couple minutes after the stream ends usually. So I can go in and private it.
Private on that thing so fast so we can edit it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and private it if we got to.
Just like when it first airs until we can edit out the conversations.
Yeah, I think I might be able to do it through the YouTube editor. Worst case scenario, I just private it, download the VOD, and then just clip those parts out.
It's one of those things where we very suddenly got into heavy crap. Also, why does that just look like a samurai helmet with the horns?
Yeah, I don't know why he's in a mech suit. Honestly, it just seems kind of weird.
It feels like he should just be like powerful with magic rather than have a robot.
Also, does this look familiar to any MCU fans?
That was my immediately first thought.
Yeah,
when I saw
somebody
the scene.
watched Endgame.
Also, those are straight up Vikings.
Yeah, they're the Night Sentinels. They're basically just space Vikings. So my one complaint with this DLC is you got this awesome setup for this battle, and
Come, brother, let hell tremble before our might.
Not much battle with the battle.
well, no, it's just that you don't really get to see much of it or participate much of it. Like you just break into the city, and you know. I suspect what happened was because you know COVID happened, so I'm suspecting they didn't have. They were working from home or something.
The people.
So I think what happened is due to COVID, because I think there were some people were arguing they had like a legal obligation because like they said they would have it out like within a year of the game being out. And some people were thinking that maybe they had to rush this DLC out because of that. Too. I don't know how true that is. Honestly. But it does feel like there probably should have been a little bit more here. Especially when we get to the actual fight. Which hopefully we will get to, because I don't want to have to split this in 2 streams again.
Yeah, I haven't really, never really done much with the Doom franchise, to be fair.
It's funny because the first
definitely
Doom
been the
game I
Halo kid.
actually beat was Doom 3.
I played a bit. Funnily enough, I still think I have your copy of Doom 3.
You know what's funny? The Xbox version I actually would
Hey, I
argue
can play that
is
copy.
creepier than the PC version.
You know, funnily enough, I have my original Xbox set up, so I can actually play that on the original hardware now.
Hey. Hey. The reason why I say that the Xbox version is creepier because the menu is way scarier because they have like this like demon ambience and shit, and like hell sound effects when you pause the game, and it's freaky as fuck.
And which version is this since Discord cut out again?
The Xbox version of Doom 3, like the PC version has the most boring ass menu.
Weird that they did it that way.
Yeah, it's weird because like the menu in the PC version is just like a UAC terminal, and there's not really
Then
anything
again,
going
they
on with
also
it. And the one on
Didn't
the
they give,
Xbox
like,
has got like a pentagram and shit.
Didn't they like give the PC the option to like have flashlights on your different guns?
No, those are mods. The initial Doom 3 did not let you use a flashlight, and from what I heard, that was like a technical limitation.
I was gonna say.
Though honestly, I prefer not having the
That would
flashlight on the gun because it forces you to play the game slower, and it honestly helps with the creep factor a bit. Because there's that whole decision of okay, do I risk invisibility?
Playing Doom 3, I never even thought about the fact there could be secrets. I was just always like running and gunning through the game, so I'd always have almost no armor and no health
Yeah, I'll be honest with
the
like
entire time.
old Doom, I'm bad at finding secrets. If I ever play the original Doom on this channel, people are gonna be like, "Yo, why are you not getting any secrets?" Just a fair warning to anyone watching this or watching the edit bot, I am terrible at finding secrets in the original Doom. Then again, I also get lost a lot in the original Doom. Especially Doom 2. Like, there
I'm
was
just
just
so
moments
used to
where I
like
was just
games where they have like some level of narration. I don't. Yeah, if I don't have like narration, I have no idea if I'm doing something right or wrong.
Yeah, like the problem with like some of the levels, especially in Doom 2, the big ones,
I
like
need, like,
you'll
that
flip a
audio
switch,
cue
you'll have no
Yeah.
indication of what that switch actually did until you go around combing the map looking for something. Sometimes the levels will like have enemies spawn out of the area you just unlocked or something. They kind of clue you in on where to go, but sometimes they won't do that.
That's like the only way you know you did something is that new enemies just spawn out of nowhere.
Yeah, normally it's like you'll see where they're coming from. You kind of like follow the enemy trail to where you're supposed to go. Not shitting on original Doom because I do like original Doom. And I gotta say, I like Doom 1 better. Did you gotta hop off? Yeah, it is
soon.
almost 11. It's
Continue.
almost midnight.
Did I say noon instead of midnight?
I think you did. I think you did.
I'm in the completely wrong time zone, apparently.
Apparently.
Anyway, continue.
I'm probably... Hopefully I will be able to finish this all tonight, because I kind of don't want to just stop in the middle of the DLC, because that'd be weird.
Do like another stream for the last 45 minutes or something.
Yeah, like the last 20 minutes. It's a half hour, that'd just be weird. So, I don't want to do that.
Oh, have you seen the Korean movie on Netflix? Or not movie, the Korean series on Netflix, Strangers from Hell?
No, I have not.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
You got
It's
cut
in
off.
sub
What did you say?
only though. It's pretty good. It's in sub only though.
I mean, that's fine. I watched
no dub.
I watched Squid Game and stuff, so I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, I watched that and I think it was Hellbound I'm watching as well.
I heard that was good.
Lots of good shows in movies coming from Korea lately.
Yeah. Korea stuff get fucked up though. I noticed.
Yeah.
Like they ain't afraid to
Hellbound
have their
is
stories get
definitely one
real
of
fucked
those.
up.
Yeah.
Can't say I
Got
blame
to the
them.
point where it's actually getting hard to watch.
Yeah, I remember there were some moments in Squid Game I was just like, oh shit. I was like, god damn, this is
Strangers from Hell is basically... Strangers from Hell so far is about basically this writer ends up... professional writers ends up in a hotel where a bunch of serial killers are staying and he doesn't know it yet, but they're doing all this messed up stuff around him.
Oh, that's not good.
One of the serial killers is a dentist and he seems to be leading the group.
Okay, am I actually supposed to trip this one?
It's interesting.
Yes, I am. Okay. I couldn't remember if I actually was supposed to trip this or not, but I guess I have to. This is one long ass just encounter here. I know they have, I think it's the
one of those
season 1 of
levels
Demon
that you
Slayer
have to
on
speed through it.
Netflix. I need to finish watching that.
Oh, you said Demon Slayer?
Yeah, because I watched like the first 2 episodes a couple weeks ago. Everyone says it's good, but I keep saying I need to watch it, and then I never actually watch it.
I like a lot of the animation work, like when they do the sword techniques, so you see the like old school animation of flowing water type of thing, but very artistic styling.
Apparently, like, no one in the show actually has powers, and that's just purely like a style thing.
Well, they say they don't have powers, but then they do stuff. It's like, yeah, a human can't do this.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those, like, you know how martial arts movies where it's like, oh yeah, it's all just technique. It's like, nah, that ain't fucking technique. That's superhuman. You know what I mean? It's like, nah, this motherfucker just just caught a bullet. That ain't just martial arts.
Like in half. It's like, no, a human can't cut a bullet in half.
No.
Unless it's like made of like soapstone or chalk.
And then there are movies where they actually acknowledge that, like Kung Fu Hustle, where it's like they have this like key power thing that makes you like a Kung Fu master and stuff. Along with training and stuff. And I was like, okay, that's way better. There's a part where the main bad guy just fires a revolver at his own head and just catches the bullet between two fingers.
I think Bushido Man kind of did stuff like that as well. I don't know if you've seen that one.
I have not.
In Discord is censoring whatever you're saying again.
I said I had not seen that one.
It's a trip. It starts off like a normal martial arts movie and slowly gets more comedic and outrageous as it goes on.
That's like the opposite of Kung Fu Hustle. It starts off like really ridiculous and funny, but then like the last act it actually gets kind of serious.
Like there's one scene like he's supposed to go and find all these scrolls for these special weapons and techniques to use these weapons.
Alright.
Like one of them is literally shotgun gauntlets.
That is so what's her name from Ruby Yang? So like Yang's gauntlets.
Yeah. Basically like that, but like simpler and more like modern day realistic version. But
that's one show I honestly
he goes
never
on
got into.
Oh, Ruby?
Yeah, I love the fight scenes. It was just I could not watch the show.
Well, it started off great, and I don't know what it's devolved into.
Well, that's because the guy who was like in charge of like the fights and stuff, Monty, he passed away, sadly.
Yeah.
And it
like,
sounds like they kind of threw out
have
a lot of
not-
his ideas or something, or just messed with it.
It feels like they did not even attempt to like keep up the quality of the fights.
Yeah, because I remember seeing some of the later fight scenes. It's like, are you guys for real?
Like they used to be so much more fast-paced and outrageous. Now
Like
they're-
like for a look up, I think it's called Dead.
it makes it feel like all the characters got super weakened.
Look up, I think it's called Dead Fantasy. It's like a Final Fantasy Dead or Alive crossover, and Monty was like in charge of like the animations and stuff. It's fucking nuts. Like there's a part where Tifa fights some chick from Dead or Alive. I don't know shit about Dead or Alive. And first of all, what did you hear?
He was in charge of the fight scenes and animation stuff. It's like, really? In silence.
So he charged the animation for it, and the fight scenes for that
Discord, did you just censor Edgy again?
God fucking damn it, Discord.
Dude, you're still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't know what the hell is going on
There
with
you are.
Discord on your end. But the thing was, the fight scenes were really well done. I would say some of them I felt were better than Ruby, because that whole thing was just fight scenes pretty much. It's like multiple parts. It gets kind of ridiculous, but in a fun way. Like there's a fight between Tifa from Final Fantasy VII and some chick from Dead or Alive, and first of all, they used the goddamn theme song from Devil May Cry 3 for the entire fight scene. It's really good.
Was this like an official thing or an unofficial?
No, this was like an unofficial, like, fan thing
okay.
that he did.
I was about to say, that's a strange crossover.
It is a weird crossover. There's no dialogue either, at least not from what I remember. I guess just Final Fantasy characters just start fighting Dead or Alive characters. Why they're fighting each other, I have no idea. It just sort of happens.
You'll need to get over those walls to continue the assault.
I want to talk about that real quick. Because there was a movie called Undead or Alive.
Huh?
It's a zombie cowboy thing called Undead or Alive. I was watching it, and then I got an advertisement on my Xbox 360 for Dead or Alive. Now, I thought I got the names confused, so I was expecting a zombie cowboy game.
Yeah, you
when I
didn't
hit
get
the download
that.
button for the demo.
Yeah, you definitely did
I
not
did
get
not
a
get my
zombie game out of Dead or Alive.
Definitely no zombie cowboy game.
Yeah, nah, you got something else.
That was very awkward because I was sitting there, I was like, wow, it's taking forever to download. And then if I'm downloading out late, I'm like,
What is this?
my first comment was, why is there jiggle physics?
Why is that jiggling?
Oh my gosh, freaking jiggle physics. Oh dear.
I mean, it's very cultured. Let's just say that.
Shouldn't you be saying that in Todd's voice?
Yeah, Todd would argue it's cultured. He's giving me the death stare, telling me to say this. So yeah, cultured. No, the weirdest thing is playing Bayonetta and not realizing what kind of game Bayonetta is, what kind of character she is, and then somebody sees you playing it.
That reminds, there was some anime show I was watching that was, I was reading the description of it and talked about I think it was Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple.
Oh, yeah, that's like a martial arts one, right?
Well, yeah, that's what the advertisement does. They don't mention the, I think it's called fan service.
Oh. Yeah, some shows be like that.
Absurd amount of it.
No, what's weird is when you're watching a show and then it quickly becomes a harem show and it wasn't even like advertised as such.
This is one of those.
That was Asterix War for me. I've only watched season 1. Main character is Gary Stu, and the thing was, initially he had a weakness that made it kind of balance, and then at one point he just arbitrarily gets rid of it.
What is the series?
Asterix War.
Okay, Discord, I need you to stop censoring Edgy for like 5 seconds, especially
Asterix
when I ask a question.
War.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Discord, for finally not censoring Edgy.
Yeah, thank you, because I love repeating myself 50 times.
Alright, I'm gonna head off now. Good luck.
Alright. Like I said, I'll try to remember to like private the VOD when I'm off here if I'm still awake.
Yeah. Wait, I don't help.
Alright, man. Night. Oh, fuck. That's right. I can't kill
maybe
this thing.
that'll help.
Say what?
I just put a message in Discord saying, private the VOD, please.
Alright, I'll do it if, like I said, if I
don't like to message you in the morning, hopefully.
Well, if you message me in the morning, if I'm not awake before 9, it's not going to be privated until like 3.
Oh dear.
Because apparently the power company is shutting off my power at 9 a.m. because they're doing some work or some shit. Which is really a pain in the ass because I was going to make some Summer Slender tomorrow. No, I can't do that because I don't have no power.
Is there a way to like make it like privated temporarily? Or, like, make it private?
Well, I literally just have to go into Creator Studio and just hit private. So I just, like I said, I'll try my best to do. Oh, I forgot this guy. You can't blow him this way. Okay, so I'll try to remember to do it. I mean,
Oh.
be real with you, you're fine. Like, my VODs
I had
aren't.
to go for that 3-mile run on Thursday. Or that
3
near
miles?
3-mile run. Yeah. I learned that for that run, I should have eaten nearly 200 grams of carbs.
And you only had, like, what, 10?
Dude, I'm on like a low carb diet. Like, man, I'm only allowed roughly 40 grams of carbs a day.
Which is not a lot.
So do you know how much
I don't even think
under
that's
I
a loaf of
was?
bread.
That is literally 1 cup of wet rice.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Do you know how sad it is to eat just 1 cup of wet rice?
What he said.
Or
I forgot how much of a bitch spirits are in this game. I hate them. Ah, he killed me.
well, again, man, good luck.
Yeah,
Believe in the me that believes in you. I think that's from.
that's from Growing Lara.
Okay, never mind. If I believe in you, you die. I don't believe in you. You're not going to achieve your victory.
It's fine.
Discord.
I'm not used to dealing with fucking,
Discord censored.
oh, damn it. You know, we could just do a fucking drinking game to just Discord censoring me. But we'd be dead.
Well, adios, man.
Adios, man.
Oh, you were talking. Discord was censoring you again.
Man, just get out of the call, man. Just get out of the call. I'm turning to Chef Ramsay. I'm done.
Hey, Discord didn't censor that.
I'm done, Discord. I'm done with your shit. Alright. I'm just closing Discord, guys. Give me 1 second. So I requested Joker because of some stuff that he's got IRL. He's just not so comfortable having his VOD up without some edits made. So I'll probably end up editing out. Thanks, man. I'm probably gonna have to end up editing out some stuff, and due to some situations here, probably won't be up if I do end up editing it. This weekend it probably won't be up till Sunday if I'm lucky. But we're gonna try and finish this DLC tonight because, like I said, I don't want to just stop if DLC's up to the year. I underestimated how okay, your bitch ass, wrong gun. Your bitch ass better not. You better not possess. Don't possess. This ain't possessing shit. Come here. Thank you. Yeah, I hope spirits don't show up in whatever Doom Eternal sequel is called. I wonder what they'll even call Doom Eternal sequel if it gets one. Well, I'm not saying if it gets one, it's gonna get one. Come on. Well, I think Quake is... They're saying that Quake is gonna get a sequel. Which I'd be cool with. I mean, Quake...
No idea Hell had their own technology. It must have been centralized here, like some kind of ruling elite.
Oops, I hit my microphone. I'm an idiot. And then we have these things, which I'm pretty sure are the Demonic Trooper, which kind of... They kind of suck as enemies, honestly. And I'm pretty sure they reused multiplayer models from Doom 2016. Why did I jump from that angle? That was a bad jump. Oh, come on. It's a weird jump. If I remember correctly, there's a couple combat encounters before we get to the main event. One of these arenas is gonna probably kick my ass a little bit, and I think this is it. Yeah, it is. Yeah, this clusterfuck right here. The thing is, you gotta be careful because there's those screamer. I want to call them streakers so bad, but I think they're called screamers. But you gotta deal with them. Got Graze there. I'm gonna grab that. What's the power up? What the fuck? Screech, no, they are cars. They're called screechers. I pushed the wrong key at the last second. Damn it. Yeah, this part do kind of suck. I ain't gonna lie, this part does kind of suck, and I'm also trying to... I'm also trying to play fast here because I want to get to the, you know, the main event. It's probably a bad thing on my part. I probably shouldn't do that. Yo, fuck the dogs. I'm sorry. The dogs piss me off. And for some reason, he takes way too goddamn long with the hammer. Sometimes it just doesn't stun like it's supposed to. Let me get the combo set up so I can... Yep. You gotta have like an ace. Or at least I do, because I'm terrible at fighting Marauders. Normally I gotta have the combo. Jesus Christ, couldn't even get to the damn orb thing. I don't know why they're spawning the dog so much, because usually they only spawn the dog if you're like too far away from them and you keep shooting at them, but I'm not doing that. So I don't know why they keep doing it. Fuck off with the dogs. I'm sorry, I'm sick of the fucking dogs. Yeah, this fight, I hate this part. I really do not like this part. Damn it. So Marauders are not... Marauders are just not an enemy you can, you know, do two at a time easily because they require you to focus on them like one at a time, and it's kind of frustrating to deal with two of them. Oh, and of course I hit the goddamn... What the hell gun is he switching to? I specifically set this up. I don't know why it switched me to the chain gun, because I specifically set up the... Maybe I fucked it up. Oh, what the fuck? You're still doing the gun I don't want you to. Thank you. I know there are people who actually like the Marauders. I just do not like them. How did I hit How did I hit the Screecher there? I don't think I was near one. Maybe I was. I don't know anymore. I don't think I was. I could be wrong. I probably am. Because you're encouraged to use the hammer, because the hammer can stun, no? Yeah, some reason the hammer is set to just hit them. I guess it does just enough damage to trigger their buff, which is not what I want. Okay, we got one finally. That took forever. Excuse me, what the fuck? Game, you are out your fucking mind. You are out your fucking mind. You gonna put a goddamn Baron of Hell in mode this shit. You are out your goddamn mind. One I could kind of... What? How did he kill me mid-hammer? Are you not invulnerable when you do that? I feel like you should be, considering you can't actually, you know, move. I feel like you should be invulnerable in the middle of the hammer. Dang, that's weird that it killed me. It just strikes me as odd. fuck? I didn't let me do that. Wait, that doesn't stun him? Wait, they can't be stunned when they're buffed? What the fuck? I thought the buff would stun them. And it stuns most demons usually. That's annoying. Okay, no more of this bullshit. Thank you. I hate that part. Yeah, fuck off, you. Okay. Oh, of course I put this dickhead here. Yeah, honestly, I'm not a fan of the new enemies they added in the DLC. I mean, the Armored Baron's probably the least bad in my opinion. He just has an annoying extra step before you can kill him. Unlike some of the other demons they added. Okay, let's get the hammer. Oh, wait, it's already full. Never mind. Oh, they throw a fucking doom on there. I can deal with that. You can eat rockets. I don't know. You can just eat rockets right now. Yeah, you damn right critical damage. You about to die. I'm about to die. Okay. Well. I remember when PlayStation got did that weird thing where they were like, oh yeah, meet the first female demon in Doom, and it's like weird flex, but okay, also not the first one to get the bakery in Doom 3. The spider one. I could have shot him right there. seriously, it was the weirdest virtue signal I had seen in a long time. I was like, what the hell are you guys talking about? Can I shoot that? No? Okay. Okay, if I remember correctly, I think there's like one more fight before this. I think. Yeah, we've got one last fight here, and then we can take on Mr. Robo Beetle. Now the question is, can we beat Davoth before I nod off? I've only played through his DLC once. Oh, you gonna put a fucking spirit right? God damn it. I forgot they put a spirit in this part. Yeah, this could be a bit of a problem, because spirits are a pain in the ass. For me. Yeah, go ahead and skip this part. I'm gonna save the BFG for when spirit shows up. Tyrant's just a bullet sponge. Tyrants are just walking bullet sponges, honestly. They're not that bad by themselves. At least to me, or not, I can just kind of outmaneuver them. Well, except for when this motherfucker gets going. The curse probably used to be worse, because there'd be times you would get stuck without a blood punch to be able to kill him before the curse thing killed you, and then it was you were just shit out of luck. At that point. Extremely annoying to fight. Well, I wouldn't say extremely annoying, but just kind of annoying. They nerf them now, so it's more like... So I think you get a free blood punch whenever they curse you. There's your way to survive it, which is fair. Because I think it is. Okay, he's here. Time to just BFG this motherfucker. Oh, he survived that. Okay. How do you feel about rockets? Oh, he's... Give me that. Sweet. I was about to say, game, if you fuck me over with the targeting. Oop, nope, nope. I did not want to be there. I don't know which I should prioritize. The Cyber Mancubus? Probably the Cyber Mancubus. Oh, there's two of them. Okay, fuck. Thought it was just one. Fuck. I didn't mean to pull out the rocket launcher. Okay, we're gonna finish this shit tonight. Get this again, and... Oh wait, why am I using this? I'm gonna use this in a minute. Okay, I think I'm gonna not use BF, try to not use BFG on the Spirit. Since it's not strong enough to just kill him outright, which is what I was hoping it would do. Or kill the host outright, I mean. No, I rarely see the chainsaw kill on a Hell Knight. That was pretty sick. One thing I do like about this game way more than 2016 looking back is how much more colorful it is. Because while doing 2016, and I'm not saying doing 2016 is bad, I like the more vibrant color palette they went with here. More saturation, it looks nice. It doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't fuck with it doesn't fuck with like the tone or anything too much. And honestly, more games need to just use color. Oh, to be fair, a lot of them are doing it now, so I guess it's... So we are doing better than we were before, you know, the one generation where, okay, I'm not use this shit on him. You know, like the Xbox 360, PS3 gen where everything was brown. Not everything. It's exaggerated. A lot of games were brown. There's this weird thing where it's like desaturated means mature or something. I don't fucking get it. And I'm not saying you gotta go full bright neon, but you know, you're allowed to have color. I had enough time to hit him with that. Oh well. Okay, I think, that. Okay, now we can kill DAVOTH. And this is probably my biggest issue with this DLC. So this cutscene is awesome. Is something supposed to load before I do this? Do I have to pick the power up first? Oh, okay. No, I forgot about these weird spell names. I don't really get the point of them those. Like slightly more annoying hand switch. Are you guys done? You can only kill these guys with either a blood punch or the
You're approaching the Dark Lord Sanctum. Starting to lose my connection though. Doomslayer, sir. I won't be able to.
That's weird they don't give you like armor right before this. Oh, nope, there it is. Just on the other side of the whatchamacallit. Not even full armor, really? Alright. Let's kill this guy.
You bring violence and war to thwart the Dark Realm. But conflict was born in hell. It is inevitable. A fire that fuels creation and gives purpose where there is none. Stand and fight, Slayer. Honor your true God. Fight and show me your purpose.
Hey, it's Edgy sitting in my chair editing this together. So the audio at this point is pretty bad. Mostly because it was late and I was worried about being loud, and also because I was tired as hell. So if I just let this footage of me struggling to kill the Dark Lord or Davoth, whatever the hell, for close to an hour, if I just let that play out in real time, it would be kind of awkward and just not pleasant to listen to. So instead, I'm just going to talk about why I hate Davoth. It's no secret that I do not like Marauders in this game. This dude is a somehow even more annoying version of a Marauder. Again, you gotta rely on the whole counter hit thing, but with an awful ass twist. If you fuck up and he hits you with the sword, he gets a huge portion of his health back. This would be slightly tolerable if it wasn't for the fact that sometimes you can hit him right before the attack lands and the game just decides, oh no, you didn't actually hit him, and yeah, he gets to hit you anyway, even though you technically hit first. And he gets his health back anyways, which happened way more than it should have, honestly. Now, his first two phases are fine and manageable, but then the third phase kicks in when he pulls out all those fucking phantom enemies, you know, the ones that are basically slightly weaker versions of some of the more annoying enemies in his game. The fight becomes 10 times more annoying after that because you need to kill them fast. They can kill you in seconds, and that's happened to me quite a bit in this footage here. But the problem is you also can't take your eyes off Davoth for too long, or else he might just get a cheap shot in and get all his fucking health back for that particular bar. Now, if you have a charge on the hammer, you can sometimes one-shot those phantoms, but I don't know why, but several times it wouldn't fucking do that for all of them. I don't really know what's up with that. I guess I'm just unlucky. But this fight turns to a frustration magnet for me, and I honestly hate it. I really wish I hadn't fucked up the audio here, because I would have just done a montage of me getting my ass kicked and just getting progressively more annoyed as this shit went on. But, oh well. Always another stream where I get to deal with a boss or a section that just annoys the hell out of me. But to summarize, really disappointing fight for a pretty good DLC. I was hoping he'd get out of that mech suit the whole time when I first fought him. And I was hoping it would go into a mirror match or something like what Dusk did for its penultimate boss, where it fights like the player, but just cranked up to 11. But that's not what we got. We got this, I don't know what the fuck we got. I'm done. Back to the Eternally Doomed stream, which is a way more accurate name for all the Doom streams than it had any right to be, because it feels like every single one of them had problems.
I lucky my dodge there.
Thank you. Finally, I know I lowered fucking difficulty. I'm so sick of this shit. Yeah, go fuck yourself.
No.
And you go back in the box. I won't lie, I hated this ending initially, but it kind of makes sense. Oh, because the textures are glitching out there. Because Doomsayer's kind of in this, like, he's basically just a weapon, like a living one, so I guess it makes sense to put him back in the box when you don't need him. So I guess whenever they decide to do another one of these, it sounds like they're taking a break for a bit, which I don't blame them, but yeah, I just fucking hate the Davoth fight, honestly. I wish they would. I don't know what they were thinking with that. That's all I'm gonna say. I want to thank everyone for stopping by. It was fun. Thanks to at the behest of Joker, I'm gonna end up privating the VOD, so I guess I'll upload an edited version, or at least I'm just gonna do like a highlight thing of parts, because honestly, there's parts that I probably would want to edit out too. But yeah. Let me get it. I'm gonna end the credits, and I'm gonna. Yeah, I don't even care if I got any rewards out of that. I'm gonna stop playing. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.